everybody. Um,
Hey,
so we are short a guest today. A little bit of a scheduling mix-up, but we are just gonna do this old school. It's just gonna be the two of us again.
so yeah, we messed up the ritual. You were supposed to use virgin blood, and
Yeah, such is life. Such is life.
how's everybody doing today? I should probably actually get to the chat so I can see what the answer to that was.
And now the chat is also on the overlay because hey, I figured some stuff out here. Um,
Hello, hello.
so now that all your beautiful comments are recorded for posterity on the overlay, such is our life.
uh, so we got a lot to talk about this
Yeah,
week.
yeah.
Um, uh, I mean, obviously we had the Christina Ariel shenanigans. I don't know if you caught that. Like, I'm just catching up on everything that happened.
Yeah, to quote a friend, it was like the shadow. It was the shadow of it passed by me like a shark in the water.
like, yeah, I caught a whiff of it, but like I was out of it yesterday, and
Same.
then like I'm starting to really catch up on what's going on, and the reason that I started to catch up on what's going on is because this dude was talking like, I don't know who Christina is, but why aren't we backing Gina Carano the same way we're backing Christina? And so
Excuse me. Hi.
I, I start getting into it, and then I realized it's Andy Signor from like Screen Junkies and
Oh
shit.
yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
Oof.
I like your YouTube videos,
Oof.
but fuck your point of view, bro. It sucks.
I don't know.
I,
Uh,
man.
I think it's mostly just racist want a racist.
No,
Kind of.
well, I mean, well, in general with the Christina Ariel stuff, that's just racist being butt hurt that Star Wars isn't lily white no more. So,
Generally.
they could die mad.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I'm not gonna feel no pity for nobody in terms of fucking Star Wars. Black people, I have already gone through this
We've gone through
on
this,
the
right?
show, but black people have been through it in our relationship with Star Wars. It's just, mm-mm.
Oh, I know. I know. This is like the least that they can do. Especially
Yeah.
since so many POC actors in that
I mean,
franchise have been
I
bullied
would
off
never
of
say
social media.
I would never say that this is the least that they should do. Like, they are lucky that they got Christina. Like,
Hmm.
Christina is like, she's a perfect host. She's a perfect
Oh, so good.
TTRPG player. Like, she's a get. And like, if these racist Star Wars fucks could just stop jerking into their Boba Fett figures long enough to like actually give Christina a chance, they would realize that they got a hell of a host for this show, whatever the fuck the show is. But they're too busy. Like, they see melanin and lose it.
Yeah.
It's just it's getting ridiculous.
Um. Oh, Lauren, you're being interviewed by another YouTuber. Congratulations.
Ooh, nice.
Good for you. Yeah. So that was. Oof.
That's where we're starting
That's where
today.
we're starting today. Also, Larry King died.
uh
I'm not gonna make the joke that I made earlier.
I didn't hear the any joke. Uh, like, what's upsetting about it is, like, I have a thought on this, and I'm sure it's not helpful. It's not bad. It's just not helpful. And it's just that, like, in my head, Trump killed Larry King. And here's what I mean by that. I want you to really think about how rich Larry King was, right?
Oh yeah.
If anybody could afford to have medicine save their life,
It was Larry King.
it's Larry King, right? Trump fucked up coronavirus so badly that even with Larry King money, he couldn't make it. That's not a good take. I know it's not a good take, but that's how my mind works. I understand.
Chaos right now, Trump does kill a lot of people other than Larry King too.
But you would think that would be like, I want you to really think about it. The president of the United States killed Larry King. I know he's gone now, but it's just like, look at the mess this motherfucker caused. Oh my god. Not a good take. Alicia, don't repeat that take.
Alicia, a number, no.
250.
I'm not agreeing to that.
250. 250 is the number. I'm a co-founder. I can set some rules.
No.
I don't usually flex that co-founder muscle.
Good.
But here you are.
Hey, Diana.
You just missed some really bad takes.
It was some bad takes.
No more. You have no power. You see what I'm talking about? No respect. I get no respect.
You Rodney Dangerfield in this bitch.
Shut the whole hell up. But yes, for those that are new, we did have a scheduling error, so we're going back to the old days of just me and Nita shooting shit about all things TTRPG.
And other things as well.
And other things for the most part, like some really bad takes.
Updating the information on the stream.
I still don't really know what this show that Christina is hosting is exactly. I'm excited for it, but I don't know what it is.
The New Republic? Is that what it's called?
I'm not sure. But and can I also say that Black folks stay out here winning? I just want to throw that out there. It's the Motherlands, just so fucking good, and we getting the Kickstarter for the book.
Yeah.
Please go buy shirts and shit. Show Into the Motherland some love. Oh my gosh, just all my favorite people. Fucking CB being the first PogChamp on Twitch and then having to deal with, what he had to deal with. What is wrong with white people? Like,
Are you asking me, a white person?
Yes, I'm asking. What is wrong with white people? I don't get it.
Oh shit.
He was an emote. That's it.
I know.
That's it. That's all it was. It was just, you know what? If you don't like CB, you ain't got to use the emote.
And it was only temporary. It was for a fucking day.
So what's the big deal? You know what? The other thing is, I don't know what PogChamp is. So maybe that's a big deal.
Okay. So the previous PogChamp was caught helping incite the riots at the Capitol. So Twitch was like, nah.
So wait. PogChamp used to be one person all the time?
It was one person's, it was an excited face emote that got used.
So what's so special about it?
It's just the guy's face going like, that's it. That's all that's excited about it.
I'm too goddamn fucking old for this goddamn shit.
So, like, literally, he got caught doing that shit. Twitch was like, nah, we're going to start giving it to POC and to marginalized streamers so that way, like, we can get eyes on their content, right? So,
but was it his emote first or some shit?
It was his emote first, and then they...
So he made the emote. Is that what I'm...
Okay, so in the early days of Twitch, the big streamers got their own emote, like, that Twitch would throw in, like, if you scroll down to, the Twitch emotes, like, down way at the bottom, like...
Oh, so the default emotes.
Yeah, the default emotes. So, yeah, the PogChamp emote is actually called PogChamp. A whole bunch of marginalized creators got the PogChamp emote for a day. And I think they're still going through it, maybe, unless it was just for a week and then they figured out what they were going to do from there. But CB was the first, and as a result, people took quotes that he had made in his stream out of context, saying that he hates white people and that is racist against white people. Let me just say this real quick. You cannot be racist against white people. White people, people can't be racist against you. You can have prejudice happen against you. That's fine. That's fair. But you cannot experience racism on the same level that a POC, that a black person can, or a brown person can, or an indigenous person can. You cannot experience racism because guess what? You're the ones that made it. We're the ones that made it. Institutionalized racism. We are the ones that built the building. We are the guards.
I'm sorry. Like I fully support this take, but I'm also laughing because you're a full Canadian came out with a gangster.
I know.
So I'm like, you tell them.
Like, you cannot be. People can't be racist. If you're the jailer and you're the person that built the building and you're the keepers and you're the wardens, you can visit but you can't leave. Like, you can visit but you can't stay. Like, come on. The mad Canadian voice. Yes, that's me.
It's kind of funny because recently in a game that I just got done playing, we play in the Expanse universe, and in the Expanse world, there's Earthers, people from Earth, and Earth is it's Earth. You got water and all this kind of shit. You got all your natural resources, all that good stuff. Then you got people that live in the belt, basically people that live in space stations. As you can imagine, they have like recycled oxygen and things aren't great. Because they're born in space, there's no gravity, so they're like tall and lanky fucks. And they have their own like little Creole language and whatnot. And then there are people on Mars who can't handle like our gravity, but they have their own little like elites and whatever. And I'm playing somebody from Earth, somebody who's born around water, somebody who's born with like fresh air and all this kind of stuff. And I'm talking to other characters that don't have that experience. And one person goes like, what does rain taste like? And my character goes, baby, rain tastes like water. And then like everybody stopped and looked at me like, what the fuck does water taste like, you rich asshole? And like, I only bring that story up to like, to kind of point out, like, if your life has been that privilege all the time, you don't know what you don't know a lot of the time.
No. And
it takes work to understand that, to be cognizant of it, and to adjust your self in the proper way.
Like, I'm sure that there are blind spots that I still have that I need to work on. Like, but yeah, Jamie's in chat and said race was created by white people to subjugate other populations. So white people created and perpetuate racism. That's exactly it. That's exactly what I was saying. Like, yeah, my favorite quote from that is, "I'm floating around in pour." From your Expanse game the other night.
Why did you have to pull out the one line that shows how big of an asshole that character is? We've already established on this show that all my characters are assholes. We don't need to further bury that nail. But yeah, like, I mean, it's just there's levels to this shit. Like, there's some real levels to this. And the one thing that I am grateful for with Trump, the next few words better be right.
Yeah.
The one thing that I am grateful for with Trump is that it really put a spotlight on motherfuckers who have just been waiting. And what I mean by that is like, if shit flipped like real hard right now, when we were back in the old days and you could legally buy me, right? There are some white people that I hang around, that I know, that I talk to, that I am around, that I know would be like, this is fucked up, but like, and that's what Trump brought out. It brought out the people that had this shit in the closet, and have just been waiting for their moment. And
the thing is, a lot of people didn't, though.
What do you mean?
A lot of the people that you think had it in the closet had it around their white friends, had it around their white family.
When I talk about they had it in the closet, I'm talking about they hid that shit from us. Like, that's absolutely true. When they're around other white people, they're like, you know, I know for a fact that white people feel very comfortable around other white people and will say some wild out shit. I know that this happens a lot more often than my white friends tell me. And I know that bums me the fuck out. Like, it's just like, the second you hear some off shit in your one-on-one white conversations, you should probably tell all your black or POC friends, hey, this is one of the bad ones.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Again, might not be the best take, but I'd appreciate it. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do business with motherfuckers like that.
Yeah,
and I'm sure that
Sphinx said that so many white people want to be the oppressors and the oppressed at the same fucking time. Yep.
I don't want to get into that because that's been a real source lately. Like, I'm not the guy to have this conversation. The person that you need to listen to for this particular conversation, and I will tell you what that conversation is. I don't even know if I'm the right guy to talk about the thing that I'm seeing that's really pissing me off. But here's what I will say. Some white people are using their queerness at black people, and it's becoming a thing. There are people that are talking about this, and that's it's the Riddler. She has a wonderful perspective on it, and Persephoroth, who is just a master of discussing race and sexual identity. And I'm not the guy to have this conversation because I am a cis dude. Mm-hmm. But you should listen to them because they're saying some shit that is real, and I've dealt with it firsthand, and it's not cool.
Mm-hmm. Heavy nod.
I didn't have to see Twitter today. I just thought I'm feeling like shit. Yeah. I mean, I'm sorry you feel like shit, Shinobi, but I hope you feel better.
Yeah.
What else do we have going on?
Yeah,
I feel like I can just.
We have things that we can't talk about yet.
I mean, we have things that we probably shouldn't talk about. Like.
I mean, we're waiting till. Do we want to do the thing about the thing?
I suppose that can wait.
But that's gonna be that'll be a tonight thing, I think.
Okay, that the way we're talking right now, it sounds like we're planning like some kind of heist or murder. You motherfuckers will see when you see. No. I just. There are a few things. You know what would make everyone's day better? Noir eating some hot sauce.
There's no channel point redemption here for that.
That's not gonna happen. That's never gonna happen. I have been steady trying to get a PlayStation 5 for like a couple of weeks now, and I still can't. I just want to find whoever's doing all this reselling, whoever's going to places and buying like and buying them all up, and I just want to hobble them in the knees. Hold on, I'll pay the price. I wouldn't get paid for it. Alicia, so the answer is no.
That reminds me, I need to Venmo Darby some cash. because Alicia dropped $30 for Darby to sing a song on Pale Cold Sun, to sing her outro. And that money goes to me, not to Darby. Because Darby made a mistake in the green room chat and gave Alicia a number.
Kelsey goes, "Hey Noir, you should keep an eye out for the mail today. In the next few days, you may or may not have a package headed your way from a crafty chat girly."
Oh,
that sounds like a threat.
That's a thing that you might have on your.
What are you talking about?
No, I don't know.
You talking about this?
Yeah. There it is.
Hey, Kelsey, I was gonna wait until our Q&A for Lowly Thrones, but I just want to tell you, thank you very much. If for those of you that aren't aware, there is a character in the game Lowly Thrones that I run, whose name is Duncan, and he sells coffee, and Stoneheart runs on Duncan.
Yeah, and he has a
so
little gun
sweet.
Shut
up. The Lowly Thrones. It's on Thursdays. But yeah, I was gonna call that out during our Q&A later today, but I couldn't help it. I'm gonna do it now. Let's start to get into some of our TTRPG stuff, though.
Okay.
So, we have long discussed like all sorts of that guys and things that we don't like.
Yes.
And we try to put an equal spotlight on things that we do like. I think that I want to make the focus for today, at least, things in RPGs that we do like.
Oh, so we're doing some we're shining some light instead of some shade.
Yeah, we're gonna shine some light instead of some shade.
Okay, we can do that. Things that we like.
Things that we like. So I want to first start off by saying that a lot of the people that I'm seeing just get in for the first time, they're getting better and better and better. And I think that the more that TTRPGs are streamed on Twitter, the better you're going to find the newcomers are, you know? Mm-hmm. It's I every time I see somebody that I know it's their first stream, there's like a shot of adrenaline, and I'm very excited to see what they do.
Oh,
and
we have Kelsey, because you had Kelsey for a one shot.
Yeah,
we brought Kelsey on for Twilight Road, and I just need to tell you that she is a natural. Like, she is such a good role player for her first streamed game or campaign. Like, Twillowbee is like my baby. I love Twillowbee. Yeah, and in fact, in chat, she just said, I have a thing that she likes. She really likes the way that Tom runs spells in Zweihander. It's very fuck around and find out. And energy feels much more natural for it. Yeah, Kelsey is killing it. That whole cast is just, like, on point, for sure.
I mean, like, I had no doubt Kelsey would do fine. Between the one shot that I ran with her and then the appearance on Pale Cold Sun. Mm-hmm. Like, I almost feel like we're fucking ESPN now. Like, this crochetty old lady is just killing the game.
It's like, this hot new prospect from Ohio. And let's face it, her TikTok game is fire as well.
Yo, I just want to do sports center segments on TTRPGers now.
Okay, could we do that now?
Christina Ariel is getting blocked up by the haters, but she never lets it stop her shine. Look as she dunks on all of these mediocre white boys. Play of the game. TTRPG ESPN, baby. Be on the lookout for it.
Are we just gonna start calling out people from chat now?
I mean, is Christina like chat? No. I'm just calling out some of my favorite people to watch and favorite people to play. I think if again we have shown love to this motherfucker a lot, but y'all don't understand just how everywhere Sphinx is.
Oh yeah, Sphinx is in every chat. We love Sphinx.
Like I just got to like I joined Team Cypher on Twitch, and I just got to the Discord. And I was just like, hey, I'm so happy to be on this team. You know, what's up, everybody? Just trying to find somebody I knew. And Sphinx was just there like, hey, what's up?
Sphinx is that one guy that you know at the party.
Sphinx is always there. Sphinx is always there. Like, no matter where I go, I'm looking for Sphinx now. That is just how I fuck. I didn't say I supported it. I just said it was a highlight.
That's highlights of the week. See how D blows up another mechanical vehicle and a newcomer makes a surprisingly bad mistake. Yeah, D's got a brand now, and it's just blowing shit up in our games.
So I've got time shenanigans. D has blowing stuff up.
Because so far the running count is an entire compound, a car, the Detroit theater, and
Jesus.
A boat. There's almost been an explosion or a fire every episode. Oh, and we burned down the Detroit Institute of the Arts.
I'm very upset that there's no explosions in the episode that I was in.
No, there wasn't.
No, there wasn't.
But you did get to stand on the roof of a vehicle and growl at a werewolf until it put its tail between its legs.
That's because I'm a motherfucking badass.
That's true. Ayo is a badass. Yeah, Sphinx and Pope, no matter where you go. That's pretty much it.
Oh my god. Like I love their energy together. I want Sphinx and Pope in a game together. That energy would just be...
It's just like... I find Sphinx is like a capybara in a game. He'll just like chill out for like most of it, then say something like super witty or super fucking profound, and then just chill out for the rest of the
That's
session.
the thing. He's
just
steady.
So quiet.
Hits you with like drive-by wisdom or wit.
Yeah.
And then just goes back.
And then then Homer Simpson's into the bushes.
Someday I want to play. Like, if ever you get the inkling to play, ask, shoot your shot. Be on the lookout for there are ways to get into games. I mean, there are some people that would just randomly be like, "Hey, do you want to play a game with me?" I do that sometimes. I know Critical Bar does that sometimes. Mm-hmm. Gabe does that sometimes.
There's a lot of people in the RPG community that just do random pickup games. If you watch Twitter.
Yeah. Also, be in all the Discords. That helps.
Yeah, that's true too.
Like, everybody's got a Discord. It's ridiculous. Also, I have a Discord. Hop in my Discord.
I mean, do you want me to throw the link in chat?
I don't care. I'm not organized. I have nothing planned. I can't figure out anything.
There. Hop in the Noir Enigmas Discord. I just threw it in chat. Yeah. It's fun. We've got an Ace Place. Got the Pox Spot. We've got Free to Be, You and Meme. Got some good channels on there. Even Sphinx has a Discord that he doesn't use. Ryan, what's your Discord?
All right. So, hey, remember I said that we fucked up the ritual? I was wrong. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a quick 10-minute break, and then we're going to bring Aabria in. Thank you all for your patience dealing with the madness. It's been a weird day.
It has been. It's been a wild day. But yeah, we'll talk to you in about 10 minutes.
All right. But yeah, we have an ace place. Go to it. Bye.
Bye. And we're back. And we have Bria. Hi, welcome in.
Hello.
Hi. Wait, I have a very important question. Yes. Are we going to tell a beautiful lie about why I'm an hour late? Or...
I already told them that, part of the reason that it's called morning ritual is we do a ritual to get our guest here.
Yes.
And I used the wrong blood for the summoning.
That's fair. I do. It's a very specific, I require O negative.
Oh, see, yeah. I thought, there you go.
Yeah, you think it's the universal donor, but not quite. We're coming out of Trump's America, so it's got to be negative blood. That's on me. That's just me.
We were just talking about how everybody looks like a goddamn Game of Thrones character after the last administration.
Oh my God. This is a thing that I find deeply unfair because I was promised one specific thing as a Black person, that I would stop aging. But
they don't make coconut butter strong enough for Trump.
It's not strong enough. I'm like, how much shame to undo 4 years of fascism? And I haven't found enough yet. There's not an 18
struggling.
Yeah. Trying to find the 18-step Korean skincare routine to undo the resurgence of white supremacists as just chilling in the cut everywhere.
There was a moment that happened after Joe Biden swore his oath, and it was the funniest thing that I've ever seen in my life. And it's not something I saw so much as something that I felt, which was after the inauguration, you could pretty much feel all the Russian trolls deactivate.
Yeah.
But the white supremacists thought those were actual people, so they would still be talking wild brazy. We don't like you boys around here. Tell them, fellas.
Fellas?
Just fellas.
Just looking around after Westworld gets a little power outage. I'm like, uh-oh, why is my posse all bent over? That's 100% it. Oh God.
So they out here realizing how small they are, and I thank God for that. Because with the Russian bots and everything, I felt overwhelmed. I don't know about y'all. I felt smothered for the last 4 years.
First name and bunch of numbers has a very important take for you.
It's easy to it's easy to be well, yeah, that's obviously a Russian troll, but when you see 20 notifications and half of them are just calling you the N-word, it's But now that they turned the fucking trolls off, it's 4 actual dudes.
Yeah. But I'm not worried about Kevin in Poughkeepsie anymore. Okay, you're just one guy. Bye.
Jason 205-481-205-485-6768 would like you to know that
all I'm
as a Black
saying
person,
is that yes.
Oh my God.
I just have to say I'm seeing a lot less Punisher logos in my mentions now.
Oh shit.
Oh man. I wonder if comic book writers are just I just wanted to put something great into the world. Now, is it gonna be co-opted by white supremacists? Is that a thing you have to think about before you put things into the world?
Yeah. And the thing is, these poor comic book writers keep writing Frank Castle beating the shit out of crooked cops and Nazis, and they still don't get
Yeah, and they're no, that doesn't look like anything to me. Anyway.
Punisher is 100% against how his art is being used.
Yeah. Oh, it's just so, it's just a weird thing to have to consider. Like, will a white nationalist decide that this is its bop?
I mean, but they take such weird shit. It's like, I was gonna be like, to give credit to these races. You can't predict their next move because nowhere in my black mind did I think tiki torches. Tiki torches and khakis. That's gonna be the way.
No, they just went and completely just jacked up Tommy Bahama. Poor buddy, just trying to be out here being an old.
Sale at Home Depot, okay?
Yeah. Oh, you betcha. Mine's citronella because we may be doing. I'm not getting a bug bite out here talking about, the colors.
And it makes sense now that I think about it, that they always bite what black people are doing. Yeah. And I think that's the thing that I hate about white supremacists. How can you hate somebody you keep biting off of? It's like we went black power. They're like fucking white power.
Oh no!
Say her name. Well, we're gonna fucking say that too then.
Yeah.
Could you stop? Stop what? You inferior race? Now come up with something for us to use again.
Man!
And to bring us to
roll all over again.
And to bring us to a current situation, we go, yeah, we're gonna stand with Ariel, and then the racists go, then what about Gina?
That is the thing I'm like currently catching up on. I was like, why is Gina? I wonder if Gina corrupt. Yep, for exactly that reason.
Yep.
What a nightmare.
Also some turfy views. Bunch of bad takes.
Oh yeah, no, Gina Carano has been the worst. But the fact that she's retrending, I was like, is there a universe in which this is tied to Christina's thing? It is! Oh my gosh!
Like it's so weird to be in this space. It's just like you watch Christina day in, day out, and she does nothing but hustle and work her ass off, and she's one of the nicest people on the fucking planet.
Too nice. I've yelled at her about could you just be a little shitty so I feel like we're friends? I'm worried.
And then they just get mad for no reason.
Yeah.
I still don't know what the show is about.
It's about the New Republic book series.
Oh, they're mad about a show about a book series?
That hasn't come out yet, but they're just mad that there's melanin talking about it. I think they're all just, my feeling is that everyone's just worried that she's gonna be like John Boyega, right? And they'll be like, no! No! How can you be free? Star Wars people need to get your shit together. And I know it really wasn't Star Wars fans that started it, just some guy
dude with a check mark. That's what.
Yeah, that's usually all it takes, though.
Oh my god!
Have we gotten all of them out of the paint on Twitter? We still gotta do more work. I remember it was a holy day when the same day Trump was gone and the quartering was gone. It was just it was like somebody bombed the mothership and all the fucking aliens
They did the Star Wars or Star Trek rock.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh god.
So wild. My biggest one, my biggest stress over the whole Christina situation is now I'm just sitting here taking bets on the Deadpool for myself. I'm like, okay, when am I gonna get my turn's coming up?
Your turn is coming up.
I was like, okay, CB and then Tanya and Christina, those are all people who are black, loud, with an A at the end of their name. And I'm like, I can put a thing together. I'm on this kill list. Let's go. And I say ignorant shit all the time. So
I was like, no R. Okay, I'm safe.
Enigma.
Enigma, you're on the list too. Let's go.
No, but it really has me. I really did feel bad about like wanting to ask you about this because I was just like, she's next. Like,
yeah, 100%. I'm like,
you know what? It's kind of like a fucked up rite of passage almost at this point.
Trial, but like, if a baptism could be by fire, then that's what that is. Oh man,
like baptized in white tears. All right,
I am reborn.
Just put it on my tongue. Thank you. So wild.
No, you put the Jesus in my hand.
Anderson, you put the white misunderstanding directly on my tongue, Father.
Guess I'm salad in chat. Trial by crier.
Yeah.
Yes.
100%.
Yes. That's a shirt.
I've decided the thing I want to do though is like just low key start saying like a really weird thing about white people. Like, you know, white people all smell like onions or just something stupid and low level. So I know when I make it when that phrase is trending. So I can like come on to Twitter and before I see my notifications, like, oh, that thing I've been saying that makes no sense. All right, I hit. I wonder what I did today.
I want to do the same thing, but I want to give Black Twitter something to fire off on. my thing to say about white people that I don't mean, but I just want them to get mad
I don't want to mean it. I just want to say something out of pocket.
White people smell like yogurt.
A little bit.
Oh my god. I want to come up with a phrase that feels like it's almost like a compliment, but you know, like a white supremacist trying to be mad will take it the wrong way. So something about like, you know, white people and all of their huskies, that dog they always have. It's an objectively good dog and it's not a bad thing, but they're like, they can just read it and be like, this feels like it's mean to me for some reason. And then just get it. Exactly.
Just white supremacists. Don't do that because then white supremacists will take husky.
No, that's my dream dog breed.
Will be husky. One of them will train their dog to say the N-word.
They are good at talking.
You think the wrong song.
Salad, I smell like sawdust and I don't know why.
We got white people smelling themselves.
No. If it makes you feel any better.
Oh God, I do.
If it makes you feel any better, there was like one of the weirdest weeks of my life. I was 13 and I was deeply like pathologically convinced I smelled like Dr. Pepper lip smackers and I didn't know why. And I was like, no, that's the smell. Please, what's wrong with me? I like begged my mom to take me to a doctor and she's like, please calm down. I don't know what this is. And I was like, but you have to smell me. It's a very specific thing. And just, so now I want it to be that. You know how white people just walk around smelling like Dr. Pepper lip smackers? Objectively the best flavor.
You hit them with the prior voice.
All of that to say, this is ridiculous, and I feel so bad.
You know, I'm very grateful for the show of support that everybody gave Christina, especially Star Wars themselves coming out of the pocket. What I will say, and this might be a bad take. I've had a couple of them this morning, so I'll just start this off by saying this take is mine and only mine. Star Wars goes, hey, we stand with and support Christina Ariel. You know, that's our brand. That's what we're doing. Ooh, off the bam, some good shit. And then you got the dumbasses. You know, like what about Gina? But then you got the other people that I know mean well. But they're just like, but what about John Boyega? And what about Kelly Tran? And what about like, woo, motherfuckers, we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you.
I can't handle motherfuckers wanting perfection right now. Like that's not how things work.
At all.
we gotta start somewhere. And the motherfuckers are just like, well, you know what? They should have supported Kelly Tran because I don't even know who Christina is. You know what? If you don't know who Christina is, that's even better that they would stand up for somebody that doesn't have the visibility of somebody that you want them to be protecting. Okay?
Thank you. It's such a like like there's so much like deep rooted like the non silly thing I'm gonna say is like this sort of like thirst and the realization, all this is based in the realization that like doing the right thing feels like a zero-sum game, that like all of these big corporations have it in them to get it right and do right by like one person, maybe two, and that's it. So when we talk about, but what about like the laundry list of other people in recent history that were wronged, like what that's actually rooted in is we don't have faith that this is like an actual learned moment of progress. We don't believe that they will do right from here on out forever. So we're worried about the people that like weren't the beneficiaries of this like one-time benediction and good grace. Right. And like that's where that's like seated in and rooted in. And I feel just so terrible that like, yeah, the way it comes across is like, don't try to make a weird argument that Christina is somehow less deserving of like support relative to like other like celebrities of color. Like hold the like corporation accountable, praise them for doing the right thing here, and continue encouraging them and haranguing them to continue doing the right thing in perpetuity.
That's exactly my perspective on it. It's just like, why are you putting fire on a corporation that's starting to make the right moves? If anything, you should go, this is a good start. Now let's consider how we support Kelly or John and everybody going forward. Though I hate seeing people shit on people for starting to get it right.
Yeah.
Because it gives them no incentive to continue.
Exactly. It feels like that struggle of like when you go and rescue, if you're like out swimming and you go to rescue someone that's drowning and like you can't help, like you are fighting and kind of knocking them down from like yeah, your fight instinct is such that like you're still going to be like violently moving to stay afloat. And it's just very, very fraught. And I don't really have a strong point other than to say like, we have to continue to be supportive and like rally behind like bigger like companies when they do the right thing and not play this petty like, well, what about this like from whatever amount of time ago, like continue to encourage right movement and don't somehow take it out on the people like Christina who like were around when Star Wars got it right and really like backed up their people, their personnel. So yeah.
No, I absolutely feel it. Like for me, I think my mindset, and again, this might be a bad take, but my thing is to feel your emotions, understand what they are, but also see the bigger picture. I feel like that is what the history of our people and our progress has been. It's just like we feel what we feel, we understand where those feelings are coming from, but then we make the moves that best progress the movement forward. And so it's just like, be thoughtful in what you do and say. And that's it. Just take a moment.
Exactly.
Walk away from the keyboard. Shit.
And, like, before you decide to shitpost or like talk shit at them for trying to do this one good thing, take a minute to ask, is this helpful?
Yeah. I have this like weird, I don't remember where or when I learned it. Probably some very stupid book I read way back in the day. That was like the main like vectors of communication or like main goals of them is to either like explain yourself or elicit a response, like convey information or elicit a response. And I think like that's actually pretty important to do when we talk about like online discourse, especially in like short form media like Twitter. Like when you are responding, when you're rallying on these like things happening like that are trending in the community. Like, what is your goal here? Are you trying to elicit information, like how you feel, what you think, like critical context that you think people aren't missing, or perspectives, or are you trying to elicit a response? And when we talk about like trying to drive these big companies that have not historically always like rallied behind people to do better, like when we think about what it takes to elicit the response that we want in the future, I know it seems really like mollifying to say like consider how you like would go about eliciting the response that you want to keep going. A lot of that is like positive reinforcement. Mm-hmm. And yes, we have to like keep a critical lens towards these companies, but like also know that like if positive reinforcement works on you, it'll probably work on like that person doing the social media that like popped in right away to like say something in support of a thing that you like.
Yeah,
just try it is all I'm saying. I don't know.
But man, it just a lot of craziness going on with that whole Star Wars situation. But one of the things that it did put a spotlight on to me is we out here winning. We are out here winning. I just love seeing people in the TTRPG community win. I love seeing Black people win, and I love seeing Black women win. So it's just like boom, boom, boom. And in the news that Motherlands is like officially gonna start their Kickstarter.
Yes.
Just there's a lot of goodness happening in the TTRPG community that I'm so excited for. But now I am going to get into my questions that I have for you, which is
the cat, Ash.
Yes, Ash.
Yeah.
If I could, how do you feel about
Into the Meowverlands?
Meow Mix's latest ad campaign.
Oh, what?
Stop provoking.
Gave us a lot to think about.
Yeah, you know, I will say that my mind has been changed. So one of the things that I want to ask you is, are there any projects or anything coming up in the TTRPG space that you're particularly excited about? Whether it's something that you're taking part in, or something you're just consuming as a fan.
Oh, okay. So this is the world's worst week to like talk about stuff coming up because I am just locked down under like big NDAs right now.
Yep.
But like, it's one of those like, oh, this is great because like cool stuff is happening. It's just in that sort of weird waiting period where I'm like, oh, I can't quite say it yet. And it allows me this like really nice space to like be very vocally supportive of my friends who have been announcing stuff lately. Cause I remember having all of those talks with them like a month or two ago where they're like, I don't know if this thing's gonna come through. And like, there's like this fun stagger to like the first time you get like a wave of something that like something's about to pop off for a friend, and then usually like a month before you get the friendier version of it that's like I promise I won't tell, but like give a girl a hit. And then when it finally hits, so I am currently in the like, it's not like I live in Los Angeles, so Hollywood rules, or it's not a thing till it's a thing. Right. But like there's a couple cool things coming down the pipeline. Stuff I can talk about that I'm very happy about. Roll20 is like letting us run a very cool game of, so this is the fun part, is I like Star Wars kinda. I always have felt talk a little messier. I've always felt that the potential of Star Wars and the like universe and the stories that could be told within it have always exceeded like what I have seen in movies. Yes, that doesn't mean I don't like the movie. Like I watched The Return of Skywalker in theaters twice within like the first 2 days. So like I feel like they are fun to consume, and then I always feel a little like they misfired on like the bigger idea. But a lot of that is because of like they focus on the Skywalkers. I'm like, this is a big galaxy, and we're gonna talk about 6 bitches for 30 years. What?
Just to interrupt real quick. Just really quick.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Star Trek?
Ooh, I like Star Trek a lot. I love the like. Once again, I love the universe. I've only the only series I've watched all the way through is Next Generation. So I feel like I need to consume more of it to have a full like, am I a full Trekkie or not?
Yeah, I highly recommend Deep Space Nine.
Agree.
Okay, I gotta.
All right, but sorry to interrupt. I just
that's a good.
Okay, if we're repping Star Wars gang, like if we're only lukewarm on Star Wars, how do we feel about Star Trek? But anyway,
I love it's that liberal future I've always wanted. Like, I mean, how do you not get super excited about? Yeah, thank you. I needed one more person to tell me a very specific thing to watch.
Yes, Deep Space Nine has some moments, and especially for Lord, I'm about to gush all over again. Deep Space Nine has Ben Sisko, which was the first black captain, and they don't shy away from that. Is the thing that I respect them for. And when they really lean into it, they put a lot of the creative control into Avery's hands. So it's the black story told by the black actor playing this black captain.
And not only that, he's a black father who is present.
Oh my god, him and his boy. Oh.
Okay, you didn't tell me I was gonna be in my feelings just watching Black Family.
Okay. There will be some moments.
All right. Well, I'm gonna blame you when I'm late to any other stream. I'm sorry, I stayed up till 4 in my feelings.
They'll be like, who?
No!
Hit you with that Star-Lord.
I'm gonna show you this clip back at the end of 2021 when you could play around and think that you weren't anything.
10 out of 10 agreed with that. 100%.
I'm gonna change the subject. Watch this. So, how are you feeling about that Star Wars project you were talking about?
Oh man, it's really fun because I'm co-GMing with Distracted Elf, who I also play with on Mondays. In our Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign on D&D's Twitch channel. And she's very into Star Wars, knows all of the lore. And I feel like we have this really fun, outsider-insider perspective. I'm like, what if we just try to tell a good story? I don't know any of the aliens' names, thank God, because every time I learn a new thing from the Wikipedia, I get really disappointed.
I know exactly what you mean.
Everything is named so dumb. It's like George Lucas was just a panicking DM for 25 years. But he just, Obi-Wan's whole plan is Stew John, because Jon Stewart asked me. The panic vibes for all of the naming. What's this sea squid guy called? Calamari. The money's called Flan. Yeah, dude, I feel you. Just ask for 5 minutes in the middle of this campaign because clearly you're pressed. You got to make some of the NPC stuff in advance. Buddy, I get it.
What's the name of the big evil guy? Darth, Sidious. Because he's Insidious. Hey.
It's okay. The next one will be Maul. We don't get where that's calm down.
Yeah.
Someone needs to slap the thesaurus out of his hand. Stop. Just say a word. You've got to stop.
God, once you peel away the majesty of the fact that it's Star Wars, a lot of these words are dumb as shit.
They're so dumb. Salacious crap. Okay, here's my worst one.
Yeah.
The music. The style of music in Star Wars is called
Jizz. Yeah. That's what the Cantina
That's when I walked away.
There's some mad Jizz players.
It walked out of my brain and I was like, nope, we're done here. Why? Why are you like this? You gotta love that Jizz music. Why are you like that? Why did you change it to the one vowel that makes the word worse?
Why didn't you call it Jaws music?
Could have been some dope ass jazz, and we would have been like, huh? And it would have been fine.
Could have just been jazz.
It could have just been jazz too.
You want to know what a shirt is called in Star Wars?
A shirt.
You don't have to change everything. And the things that you did change tell us a lot about you. Like, why did the milk have to be green? Somebody needs to explain that to me.
Yo.
Why did the milk have to be green?
Like, this is my favorite thing of doing this GM prep. Because we have a stream on Thursday mornings where we're just going through and like the two of us together are kind of building out the world. And Elf is a very like details up kind of builder, and I'm like a broad strokes down kind of builder. So we jump around in the world. I'm also easily distractible and will follow a funny thing forever. Okay. So we like the chat always bursts. Like we had like a 2-hour conversation in chat about cheese and like if all cheese starts off as blue or green because of bantha milk, and like it gets real stupid real fast because there's so many dumb ways of thinking about Star Wars. And that's the only way I can put it. But I'm excited to tell like a very fun story. Like we built like a cool world with like dope aliens that I'm very excited about. And
I am excited. That's on Roll20's channel?
Yeah, it's going to be on Roll20's channel. I think our premiere date is going to be February 19th. But yeah, like the day before, so it's going to be a Friday afternoon game. But the day before, we'll always do a GM stream. It'll be super spoiler heavy, but like we want to do the like, here's how you like plan out and like execute on a campaign, especially when you are generating all of the material for it yourself, which is very cool and fun. So that's like the thing I'm excited about. Yeah,
I have a GM question for you.
Yeah.
How liberal are you with levels? Like, are you stingy with levels, or are you one of those like, you know what? Yeah, I didn't think y'all gonna make it. Have a level.
You know what? I think I started off as a GM being very stingy because I was like, I want to make sure that everything is like really, really like locked in and dialed in and balanced. So like encounters can feel really good. And it's never about me like not wanting you to have your kit, but I just want to make sure that and now I'm like, yeah, do you want to, all right, you made prolonged eye contact with me. Go ahead and take a level. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
I find myself in the same boat mainly because like, I feel like once you get characters to max levels, you can really start to tell some fun stories.
Right? And like, there's such a cool thing. Like D&D is such a like conflict and conquest system that like, I mean, there's no level 20 spell to like feed a nation.
Right.
Like everything is just high level, like fuck some shit up. So make a max level and then have them try to solve problems that aren't like kill a god. And I think that's the interesting thing. Like, how do you turn your like power word stun, but like the thing you're trying to deal with is like an unjust system that you might not necessarily be able to fight your way out of. And like when like it's the problem of like when all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. If your entire kit is high level hammers, how do you solve problems that they really aren't nails? And what do you do there? And like let's talk about what power really is.
Like international conflicts that, I mean, in some ways, being level 20 and a party, you could probably put down a sizable army. But then what does that make you?
Exactly.
Like, then what is it's just
you start playing this very cool like Watchmen level problem of like
I fully support giving levels.
So
you hear that, GMs? If you're watching this, give your party a level.
Oh yeah, like that's my favorite thing is like as a GM, like if your party's like give us items and like levels, I'm like, oh my god, do it. Give them enough rope. And then go, you guys are level 13, right? I'm gonna turn all of my monsters up. And now they're going to be as smart as I am, and they're going to go after you the right way. Like, I love that. Like, I've always told my players, I'm like, you can have more stuff. That just means I get to play from the top of my intelligence as the like enemy wizard, which means I'm going to look at the other casters and go like, silence, negated, push the barbarian in the corner. Cause as long as he stays away from me, I'm not worried, but like, I'll just fight you. I'll fight you with my whole brain. Cool.
As soon as you hit level 20, that literally is the floodgates opening. Like I can do whatever I want.
Whatever.
And I think that's such a fun thing because, like, me as a GM running for like high level players, I'm like, all right, let's go. Like, I get to be like the fullest, most realized version of this like mythological adversarial DM. And then me as a level 20 player, I'm like, this is me at my peak stupid. I'm so excited. Like, at the end of the month, we're going back. B Dave ran a charity stream on Patrick Rothfuss's channel that was a day of remembrance. That was level 20, and it's just us against B Dave with like a really fun cast. And I was like, I refuse to play this sincerely. My character will be a bard block and is gonna have like a dumb magic item and is not gonna be very like. So I just wanted a character that had like failed forward into being level 20.
Yeah.
Didn't have the common sense. I burned a use of wish out of my like wish sword in order to create Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion because I didn't feel like camping one time. So that's the kind of character I play at level 20. I'm like, I will not lean in. I'm sorry, Sheryl Sandberg, I shan't. Shan't.
Just ignore that whole book.
I read it and was like, I learned nothing.
All right, so that is the project that you're excited about as somebody that's partaking in it. Is there anything that you're excited about as a fan?
Ooh, so we were talking about this a little earlier too. I am just getting back into like the full story is I like learned I came into RPGs and TTRPGs right as Critical Role was starting. So like they were like my sort of the first thing I got to, like when I was like I'm not getting enough dice stories in my system before I started playing all over the place. I would watch Critical Role a lot. So like I watched all of like the Vox Machina like series and then got very into the Mighty Nine early on. And then like something happened where then I started getting busy. And because in TTRPG world, Thursdays are our Sabbath and no one would dare compete with Critical Role, no one else streams on a Thursday night. So that became my night off really, really quickly. So that became like, if I was going to do a home game or have like a date night with my husband or just sit quietly in the dark petting my cats like a crazy person, like that became that night for that. So I like fell off of the Mighty Nine campaign. So I just got back into it like this week and refused to catch up on any of the wikis. And I was like, all right, let's see. I'm sure I can put a lot of stuff together. I look like such a fool in that Twitter thread. Everyone's like, how long have you been gone? I was like, oh, what's happening? Is that his voice? Who's Beth? Like, just the most basic questions.
Yeah.
It was real sad.
Your thread inspired me to try and watch a little bit of it. And I was very confused.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't really say the things I'm confused about because spoilers, but like there's a character with the party now that it took me a minute to be like, oh, that's okay.
Yeah, 100%. Same. I was like, wait, huh? Excuse me. And everyone was so nice and trying to explain it. I'm like, no, don't explain. I want to live in my wrongness. Huh?
There have been some moments in the Mighty Nine campaign that have like I was just joking before about how we need a TTRPG ESPN.
Yeah.
Oh,
just for like the top 10 plays of the game.
Yo.
And I'm not gonna spoil it, but there is a scene involving Laura Bailey and a cupcake. That is the play of the game for the year.
Yes.
Oh,
that was the play of 2020.
Okay. All right, I gotta go back. I remember I remember hearing waves of this on Twitter and then never went back and like watched it. I gotta go figure out what it is.
You need to see the cupcake scene. Yes. It is one of the slickest moves I've ever seen. Like that alone calls for an ESPN just to be like, holy motherfucking shit, Laura Bailey does it again. Like I want the footage of Critical Role to have like the zeros and X's.
Yeah.
because holy shit. But so that actually brings me to another question. Have there been any moments in games that you've played, either that you've done or somebody else has done, that you would put on ESPN?
Oh my God,
this is outstanding.
Oh, this is such a good question. I gotta think so hard about it.
I will say there are a couple that I know personally, like the first one that comes to mind is an unstreamed game that I played with Kelsey, where she basically betrayed the whole party. I didn't see it coming. The party kind of saw it coming. The NPCs didn't see it coming because I didn't see it coming. And like, the game ended with basically her getting away with it, giving everybody the finger, kinda. So it was
yes, that's amazing. Oh man. Ooh, this is a good cue.
While you're thinking, Nita, you got anything?
Oh, crap. Which one out of all of the games? I broke combat once. Because in the campaign, one of our party members had a plague magical plague that made humans drop dead. Wasn't the best of plot hooks, but hey, we had it. My character was one of the few people that could actually touch it as a half elf for some reason, and so I dimension doored to the character who was playing two characters because apparently he was also a doppelganger.
Yes. Okay.
I grabbed him, and I had recently been given levels by the DM finally. And I dimension doored that character away, and I just left combat.
Amazing.
Did not see it coming. Yeah.
Yes.
And then we had like a beautiful roleplay scene afterwards that the DM didn't plan at all, because he was also a bit of a railroader and a puppet master.
Oh, we'll get to that in the that guy section.
Oh my god!
And we wound up having a beautiful like roleplay scene where like I wound up like convincing him to stand down and like getting him back on track to like turn himself in. We'll get you healed. Like you should trust me because like I shouldn't be able to touch you because I'm half human, but I can. So if I'm right about that, what else am I right about?
Amazing.
Roll Stream Players Table Network, RSPTN.
Oh my god. I want this. I want RPG like ESPN so dang bad. Like I don't know why I haven't thought about that before now, but I need it.
We can work something up because that's
yo, let's talk. As long as it's not at 8 a.m. because apparently I'll sleep through my alarm. But like,
oh, you gotta be out of your mind. You think I'm doing another 8 a.m. show?
But okay, on this note, I think there's a really cool one from Salt Bay. I had built up this like, so as the GM, I built up this like very cool like face off with a blue dragon that was using like trying to figure out magic to turn herself white also because she wanted like dominion over 2 different domains and like had a cool iceberg lair and like was built up as like the season villain. And I was like, okay, they're finally gonna get there. They're gonna like finally face her down. They got the book. They're holding the books, this like set of codices that she needed with this like basically like special mixy magic from the restricted section of Candlekeep. And they like get there and they show up with this librarian that's like also secretly like a dragon that's gonna like fight and help them and like curated this big set piece. And I was like, it's gonna be this cool fight. And I have this like shifting ice like encounter planned. And they got there and they're like, we give the dragon the book. I was like, huh, what? They're like, yeah, honestly, this isn't our problem, and we're going to do different stuff next season. So we give her the book, and also we figured out that this is also a dragon, and we all think that they're girlfriends. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, I didn't think of that part, but yeah. So they just gave the bad guy everything they wanted, convinced the dragon to like help them with a bigger, badder fight. And I was like, this was going to be like 2 episodes. And now the dragon's just friends. Like, they're all just chill. I'm like, okay, well, what do you want to do instead? You want to head back to that hot spring from like a season and a half ago? Tight. They just shattered my encounter immediately. And we're like, nah, I don't think it's a problem if she wants to like have two things that she's good at. Like, you got to self-actualize. I'm like, they are over here.
Yeah.
Maslow's iceberg of needs, and I hate this.
It's like there's
What
that
are you doing?
There's that scene in Critical Role, like early on in Mighty Nine campaign, where something happens and Matt just takes a character's, like an NPC sheet, and just tears it up at the table.
Yeah. That feeling. I love playing petulant, but I actually secretly, that is my favorite thing. Where I'm like, okay, I've thought through every permutation. I know every way where this will go, and then I'm sorry, you do what? Oh my God, hold on, roll for. Oh my God, it happened. Okay.
You just got, how could this happen?
Record scratch, freeze frame.
Yeah.
That's me, the DM. I bet you're wondering how I
got here. Yeah. Now, my ADHD brain convinced me that it had thought through every possible version of events. And there was one more, just like Doctor Strange, just making the little signal, like, this is the one. This is the one the DM hasn't thought of.
So I love those moments. There's another moment I love as a GM even more, which one of my players alluded to in the chat here, which is where your players make decisions in such a way where they're locked into doom. There's just like, all the decisions you've made leave me with no other option but to kill you. And then one of them thinks of a way out that makes sense, and it's just like, this is
God, I don't have to kill my babies.
Yeah. I don't know how many more times I could say, are you sure? Do you do that? But thank you for finding a way to like pull up. Oh.
You were about to crash that plane right to the ground.
Yeah.
You flighted the Phoenix, this bitch.
Like the sigh of relief when you realize I don't have to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
It's just,
oh my God.
Oh. I mean, you can't be like, oh, I was gonna kill you. You can't let them know the story has to keep going like nothing happened. Shit, y'all was finna die. Oh, my Lord.
Bye, Lauren. Have a good day. Have a good interview.
Bye, Lauren.
Lauren's awesome. She teaches people how to swing swords.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Lauren, teach me how to make a sword do a hit, please.
I want to know how to hit them with the pointy end.
Yeah.
I'm giving up on asking my players if they're sure they want to do whatever wild idea they have, because they are sure they want to drop kick deep ones in the stairwell.
Yup. Oh man, I love when my players go full ratchet, and I'm like, I have explained to you in my DM voice the stakes and what's happening. And then one leans in and does like the look that when you're on the player side of the table, like I feel it, and they're like, I do the dumb thing. Yes, let's go.
I love that moment when it's well thought out. I hate that moment when how do I put this? There are some players that, you know, when they say, I want to do the dumb thing, it's gonna be awesome because they thought of like, okay, and then when this happens, and when this happens, that happens. And then there are some players that are just like, I want to do the dumb thing, and you know, oh my God, someone's gonna die.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine it, I'm not a parent, but I imagine it being like, you know your kids.
Yeah. 100%. Same. I'm like, yeah, my little table babies. Like,
I know if they're gonna jump off the roof
on this. Okay.
I know. What's
throw
up?
a link to Lauren's YouTube channel in the chat.
Nice.
Thank you.
There we go. YouTube.com. Lauren Danger Shop. Yeah, she's got videos, instructional videos on how to swing the sword and how to even make a sword out of a broom.
Yes. Do I own a broom? Oh, I do. It's fun. It's right there. All right. Well, if this interview gets weird, I'm going to start whittling a broomstick. I'm just letting you know that that's on the table.
Morning Ritual is not responsible for any sudden beheadings or stabbings that will occur.
I'm sorry, we're gonna clean the house. Salad.
Everybody's gonna leave here playing Highlander.
Yes.
Hey, you know the rule about Highlander. Our viewership's gonna drop.
But that one viewer will be so powerful.
So strong.
It'll be Floppy Jalopy or Sphinx.
Then my dad broaches disowned me. He said he ain't got no kids. Jay, you know I love you, and I'm still your brother dad. Wait, hold on. I feel like that needs an explanation.
No, it doesn't. I get it, and I feel it.
Hydrate. You don't tell me what to do.
Amazing. I feel like every time I play Call of Cthulhu, by the way, I turn into like my full chaos demon. Like, because I'm like, I think I'm gonna die of sanity loss anyway, so
might as well.
I am gonna shoot this guy. And like, I'm in the middle of like a 2-part game, and we're in the like 2-week break of it, where we're living in the repercussions of my actions in the first game. And I'm like warning the group in our like email thread, like, I'm gonna be worse. So if you want to kill my character off, I totally understand. Like, I don't know how to work myself back from this. I gave a dog a sleeping pill, and then I shot a witness when we were kidnapping someone, and I put him in my trunk. So I don't think I have a redemptive arc here. So do whatever you all feel is necessary. I'm sorry. I thought what I was doing was for the best.
I feel so understood, finally.
Yeah.
Someone gets me. Look, I am a scary bitch. Like, if you put me in a scary game, I'm probably gonna have an outlandish character.
Yeah.
So I can deal with the fear.
Exactly. Like, I nervous laugh. So I'm like, oh, clearly I'm just gonna do weird nervous things. I'm like, okay, I may be doing like strange murders, but I am not the creepiest thing here. And this feels like a normal response to paranormal circumstances. So yeah, I shoot the guy and put him in my trunk.
Let's see. In the last Call of Cthulhu game I played, so I'm playing a Call of Cthulhu game that's kind of reskinned to be in like a Eldritch college.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'm playing like a burnout stoner, like just the dude that pumps his fist at the end of Breakfast Club. I'm basically playing him. In the other Call of Cthulhu game I'm playing an obnoxious author who's published and has a gun. No harm, and anyways I start blasting a nigga. Yeah, that's basically what my fucking author would do. It's just like, anyway, I got a gun, so let me use it. And then the last cult game I played a burnout detective named Gunther McHammer. So
Gunther Beautiful. Thank you. That also just reminded me that I made myself a promise that I would name my next PC Durble McDillet from like my favorite SNL sketch. So thank you. I gotta write that down.
Okay, please tell me about this sketch.
Oh my gosh, this is SNL sketch that's like prime like black SNL. The sketch is called Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulrooney. And it's 3 black guys like in a quiz show trying to like just looking at pictures of those 2 actors and having the name if it's Dylan McDermott or Dermot Mulroney.
I think I remember this.
Yeah. And it's the silliest sketch. I love it so much. And then at some point Jamie Foxx's character has to write down like an answer, and he writes down Durble McDillet, which is the funniest non-name I've ever heard. Oh, it's so good. And then it's an SNL sketch with a perfect button because like the white player version of it is Jaimon Hansu or Chiwetel Ejiofor. And all of the like black guys are like, I know the difference. One of those. Yeah. It was really cute.
So you know what this? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say it's like the screen cap they had from that baseball game for, I think it was the SNES, where it was like they made what you think was English names.
Yes!
Like Sleeve McDykel.
Yeah! There were like 3 names on there, and I was like, I also have to use these for NPCs because they're almost right. Oh, yeah.
So here's another weird question for y'all. If you had to play, if your next TTRPG character had to be based off an SNL sketch, who would it be? I already have mine.
I got mine.
Oh no! You guys go first.
All right, mine is gonna be again Jamie Foxx when he was the bailiff in Main Justice.
Yeah.
This here's Main Justice, boy.
Yeah.
Mine is a Triton barbarian named Landshark.
Brilliant.
Ding dong, ding dong.
Candygram.
Oh my god.
The moms from Ann Taylor's sketch. Person McPerson.
I think I've got to do like a full bard that's Maya Rudolph as Celine Dion.
Oh, nice. Nice.
I am the greatest singer in the world.
Oh my god. That's a one shot that I kind of really want to
Yeah, we got
Just everybody doing the SNL fucking character.
It's David S. Pumpkins.
Oh my god, you know he's a warlock. He's a warlock.
As long as he's a necromancer, because he's got to use Raised Dead to have 2 skeletons. We're part of it.
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? He might be a bard. He might be the College of Acapella bard, because that's all about having the backup.
That's true. Any questions? Now we gotta do it. But now I need it.
Jason Sudeikis' dancing guy from the What's Up with That.
I just
sketch
want to
as
do a
bard.
bard character named Homie D. Clef.
Yeah. Oh.
If we're doing In Living Color characters, I gotta be Fire Marshal Bill.
Yeah, I fucking knew it. You'd have to go
Just
for the big
casting
character.
fireballs everywhere.
Oh man. I gotta I keep defaulting to the weirdest ones, but men on film. It's gotta be me and my friend just in the back. Just commentating vicious mockery. I guess just another bard. I'm only gonna play bards in this hypothetical game. I'm very sorry. I'm not sorry.
Just a fucking tiny ass hat.
Yeah. Bald head, tiny hat. Oh man.
I also miss In Living Color, but there's a lot of shit on there that
No,
they can't bring back.
Oh no. It's a product of its time.
Oh my god. So I don't know about you, but I am missing conventions. I am actually missing, like, this is like the first year where I've actually like took the time to watch a lot of actual plays and to like learn the people that are on these. So it's just like I want to see them play live. I'm gonna ask, what do you both miss the most about cons, and what do you miss the least about cons? I have
easy answers ready to go for
I have
this.
an easy answer for the what I don't miss about cons.
Okay,
how about two for both? Two for both.
Okay. The easy answer for what I don't miss about cons is con funk.
Oh my god, yeah. That con-thread sucks.
Yeah.
And the stinkiness sucks.
Yeah.
For me, because I work for a dice company, I hate booth life. I hate it. I hate it a bunch.
Yeah.
The worst version of me is the one that like
Is trapped
you
in
deal
booth for
with
5
day
hours.
2 of a con, and I'm like, tell me your story. I don't care. Please go away. I'm like thinking about, like, because I always feel bad because like I have friends that will come up and see me there, and I'm like, this isn't real me. This is me trying to like, I'm also trying to split my ailer and go like, okay, what's our supply stuff like? Do I need to send someone, like, especially if the con's in Los Angeles, I'm like, do I have to send someone to go like pick up more stock? Like, and trying to think about like 18 things while also being like, hello.
It's the worst. It's the worst combination of having your customer service face on, while at the same time, like having to be the person in charge of like inventory and stock, and having to deal with like people that might get upset. It's that perfect storm of like the worst of customer service jobs.
Yeah, and I'm like, when's the last time I peed? Did I eat?
Yeah.
Oh my god! It just occurred to me. Yeah, you're running that booth, kind of on your own, right?
There's our company's only 4 people, and we don't always have everyone everywhere. So especially the last couple cons before COVID shut everything down, one like our owner, the main of the 4 of us was on paternity leave. So it was like 3 of us trying to split time and like trying to give people a day off. It was bad. It ended up being like 1 to like 1.5 people at a booth, and we would like have some like we usually partnered up with Cantrip Candles, and we're like helping out there, so everyone had a little bit more of a break, but we just didn't have the staff to have more than 2 people there, and that's still very hard when one person's like actively doing something and the other everyone's just super busy the whole time. You're like, if I go pee, then you're gonna be here by yourself, and that sucks, and who knows when like a surge of people's gonna come over, because it's gonna be the moment I turn around to fart, and it's just such a weird nightmare.
Yeah.
And just for anybody that's wondering, you work with Dice Envy. Which,
yes, yeah.
Oh
so I'm the CMO of Dice Envy, and
oh my god.
Yes.
I just want you to know that there have been many days where I've just looked at Dice Envy stuff and just went, one day.
Soon, baby.
Well, I'm gonna tell you both that because our workflow is so weird now, because like we're not all in the office, and like now our founder literally lives like 1,000 miles away from like where all the stuff is. We have to like mail around stock all the time, so I have a ton of like bump stock. So if you slide me an address later, I will shunt you stuff that cannot be in my house anymore, because I'm like a hoarder of math rocks, and I'm afraid I'm gonna find like a dead cat under it. Like, please let me just.
Not your cat.
No, it'll be someone else's cat that like wandered into my garage.
So that's one from every. Well, hold on. I have to do my one. The thing that I don't miss is con plague.
Yes.
Yeah.
The sickness you get. I don't know what it is about that particular type of sick, but it is the most unpleasant.
Because a lot of the times it gets mixed with like an air conditioner cold, because you're going from hot outside to cold inside, air conditioned, and like
that's what it. Yeah. It's the fucking worst.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on.
You're not wrong. That was perfect.
Chat is calling us out for something, so we have to ask you.
By the way, we also didn't do intros.
Who? Who are we?
Why did you have to fucking make it? So our audience has a bingo. They have a bingo board that they call us on our shit for.
Yeah.
And so that's there. You got your. We forgot to do the intro space.
Hi, I'm Anita. This is my show, and this is my channel.
Hi, no R. I'm here.
I'm Aabria, and I showed up late.
There we did it. So we have there's a war going on. There's a war going on between those who crunch dice and those who are on the side of no crunching of dice. Some call dice the forbidden candy, and others are like, don't put that shit in your mouth, stupid.
And then there are some who say crunch responsibly.
So we have asked guests since the season finale last season. So Brittany Lee Mulligan is on the side of crunch responsibly.
Yes.
I believe Femsplained was not. If Diana, if you're on the chat, let us know if you're a Stomp the Crunch or Crunch crew. I know BD. I know B Dave is on Stop the Crunch.
Staunch like anti-crunch.
And we need to stop the crunch. We need to save teeth. So, Aabria, we need you on record. Are you Stop the Crunch or Crunch crew?
So here's my struggle. As someone who makes dice for a living. I see how the forbidden sausage is made. So I struggle with the like intellectual understanding of like, I would never put an actual dye in my mouth because that shit's nasty. And I know how much I touch them to get them to me. However, I will say that the last like 3 collections of dice that we've released at Dice Envy have been me going, I will make the most crunchable fucking dice.
Don't do this.
And then dare people to not eat them.
Don't do this.
They're called, like, I have a collection called Forbidden Candy. They're glass that's frosted so they look like candy. And then all of the names are like delicious fruit flavors. So there's like taboo berry, illicitous, oh God, I can't think of other words. There's a cherry restricted. Like, yeah, so I am a crunch enabler.
So you're enabled.
I would never get full on my own supply, but I would enable a crunch. Is that
the reason all this crunch is on the street?
Yeah. Yeah. I keep my only goal, like whenever we're going through like product, and I'm like, okay, I like this colorway, I like this colorway. Can we make this look more edible? And David, our founder was like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm just trying to get us as close to like someone done fucked up and ate a dye, because that's on my list. Like, if I'm gonna go to hell, and I probably will, I will be down there going, I got someone to eat a dye though. I got them to put it in their actual human mouth.
This is like
do a chew.
This is like if you found out that the Tide people were just like, those pods could look more like candy.
Yo, if they were like, that blue was a different shade, but we made it look more edible. That's me back there going like, what if we made them look like gummies though?
You are the second dice maker that I know that is actively fueling the crunch.
It's hilarious.
Like Echo Echo with Chromatic Chimera also makes dice. Yeah, and she is full on supporting the crotch.
Yeah, it's so good.
You know what? I should have known that the dice makers were in on it.
Of course.
Big dice.
Eat the dice.
Big dice.
What are you, a coward? Eat the dice.
It's a shady network of dice makers.
There was a really stupid thing. So we were asking for like big, like, so I was CEO of Dice Envy for a little, like for a hot second while David was on paternity leave. And I was like, dumb stuff I want to look up. And the thing I put the most of my energy in for only evil reasons was adding a smell component to our inking, because I wanted the dice to smell a little good. And I was like, we can't get it in the resin because it will wear off, but we could get it in the inking and have it smell like Scratch and Stiff, like toys. Like, I grew up with like My Little Ponies, and you could scratch their cutie mark. Yeah. Like, my pony's fat ass smelled like strawberries. And I'm like, what if we do that to dice though? And then now all dice smell really good and eatable too.
It's just how you could weaponize dice.
Yeah, that's hilarious to me.
I like how I offhandedly asked this question, and then I find out you're actually the BBEG in this dice war.
If you ever wondered why villains monologue, it's like, yes, do you see my plan? Eat the dice. We're so quick to monologue. Yeah.
Rogers, are you not hearing this? You're being duped.
Are like, you not already addicted?
Because here's the thing. If you eat the dice, then you have to buy more dice.
Exactly. That's a good economy for me. How am I supposed to keep you, like, what is enough dice? If you don't have some sort of OCD about it, I have to make you get rid of dice. They're out, thin in. Eat up. I'm coming out with a new colorway in 6 months. Yeah. Yeah,
this is capitalism.
Like, I'm like the cigarette CEO that was like, make the Camel appealing to kids. We gotta sell
more cigarettes.
Yeah, we got to figure out how do we weaponize our dice so like people with pica are just very into them. Just crunch up, kids. That's Dice Envy's new logo or new motto. Crunch up, kids.
Crunch them up, kids.
Their new set, the crunch.
Oh, you like cinnamon bun? Check out these dice we made. Don't you want to taste?
Don't you want it?
You could actually do like a dice that was like a cinnamon swirl and then make it actually smell like.
Oh my god, that would
well,
be
here's
so
the very cool thing.
Deadly.
And I do want to talk like just as someone like I love dice. I love what the product we're capable of making at Dice Envy. I think some of those really like high design like actually getting that down right, that's really hard to replicate at scale. And that's why I think it's so important that like when people see like individual dice makers that are making these like one-off, extremely well curated dice, like support them. If Dice Envy catches it, like we're gonna blast that too. Like we all don't exist in the same space in the same way. And going back to like earlier statements about like it's not zero sum. There are so many types of dice, and like until I can figure out how to like work with the factories that like develop our product to make something that like that fine and that well executed, like I'm also going to be there going like, I want the cinnamon roll dice, please.
I've got my friend Kaylin actually has started making dice, and this is a die that she made that has a bee in it. It's my B20.
Oh, it's so cute!
It is a literal bee that she grabbed, and it is in a die now forever trapped in resin, like
amazing.
The crazy old man from Jurassic Park.
Can I show you my current favorite? One of our factories gave me, so I will give you other dice for scale. So this is like a normal D20. This is my like super big like DM D20 now.
That is a chonker.
It's a chonker. It's got like straight edge, and there's wheat. There's wheats in it. There's just little boys of wheat, like just a shaft of wheat. And I don't know why the factory was like, this is a holiday inclusion. I'm gonna put some wheats in it. And so now I love it so much. And
I would only pull that out if I were angry with my players, because I imagine the sound it makes.
Oh, the sound is phenomenal.
The crunch crew in chat is saying that it's a dice jawbreaker.
Yeah, you just gotta like I was just saying, like,
don't you want to get to the wheat?
Yeah, don't you want to get that sweet wheat on the inside?
I love big chunky dice for holding any maps down. I miss playing in person.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh my gosh, me too. Oh, I can show you. Speaking of like cool dice with inclusions, we haven't released these yet, but I got. Oh no, my green screen hates this. It's not going to show it well, but it's a gelatinous cube.
Oh.
So it's green and it's got like little skulls and bones in it.
Oh,
and
that's dope.
Our prototype came in and I was like, that's cute. All right, let's make those. So.
Okay, but for real, D4 in your mouth or D4 on the floor? No, neither. D4s are deadly. D4s are weapons.
No, that's why you get the ones that are like this, that are easy for swallowing.
Yeah. The little pill ones?
Just eat that, yeah, the little pill boy.
Okay.
You can step on it and swallow it.
That's dope. Yeah,
okay, my body went out.
I actually do like the new designs people have for D4s, because I'm telling you, they hurt so bad when you step on.
Yeah.
And they never make it so you bleed. So like,
yeah.
Oh no,
but they puncture your soul, and then your soul just drops out of your body through your toe meat.
It's just like,
This one would do some damage. This one's like really nice and sharp edge.
Ooh, I love it.
Oh, no.
I think there's an interesting like accessibility problem here. In a D4 though, they're actually really hard to pick up. And if you have any sort of low motor skill, they're actually kind of fussy to deal with. Like you kind of have to do like a little pinchy situation, and it slips. And just like, how do I get this effectively? But
Alicia.
Energy
Alicia.
Oh man.
Chill.
That was me in college. Yay!
I'm glad we have the chat on the fucking board now. Okay, so one other thing that you miss about cons.
I miss and this is gonna sound really stupid, like I miss the like parasocial, like seeing my friends in a place but never quite having the real time to like sit and spend a ton of time, so you have to like steal these little moments with them of like, do you have to pee? I have to pee, let's go. And like, I have to eat right now. Are you also hungry and in the middle of stuff? Like, let's go. And I feel like I have so many amazing stories of like friends that like I knew a little bit, or like we like collaborated on projects but haven't spent time together, and then you just kind of catch them in the right place at the right time with like the Venn diagram of like desires during a busy con when everyone's working, and you can have these like cool meaningful interactions. And it's just I genuinely like, those are the things that I remember from big cons. Like Gen Con in 2019 was my first one, and the first con I really worked at the whole time. And I have so many stories from friends that I'm like, oh, we like played together in one thing, but then spent like 4 hours together because we went to go find like this one restaurant and got lost in Indianapolis.
Yes. That was the last con I went to, was Gen Con 2019.
Yeah.
Last con I went
So
to
good.
was... Oh, no. Sorry, go ahead.
Me and my friend Mark, who runs Ice Cream Dice, went out for like the best Reubens that we possibly have ever had at this one place. Oh, still dream of that sandwich.
Ooh, I love sandwiches like that. You're like, I'm gonna think about that on my deathbed. Like, very good, Sammy. That one time.
Last con I went to was Gamehole Con 2019, I believe.
Ooh.
I knew nobody.
I didn't go to Gamehole, and that is one of my biggest regrets in 2019, because we were over at LA Comic Con, and I hated that we were there instead of Gamehole. Oh.
A Gamehole was fun though. Like I did like bump into a bunch of people that now I know, and I would have been like, and I wish I could have told myself back in the day, get a picture with them. But yeah.
I'm also deep trash at taking pictures with anyone. I have no physical record of my friendships, so we're good. I'm with you.
The thing I miss is making friends at cons.
Oh yeah.
Con friends are my best friends. That's where I make friends, is at cons for some reason.
I've never made friends at cons.
You'll start chatting someone up in line, and then you'll switch Twitter information, and then 2 weeks later, you're at their house watching Sailor Moon.
Oh, this is a very wholesome interaction.
That happened to me at Comic-Con 2013. Yeah, and she lives
so good.
I met my friend, and she lives in my city, and so yeah, we went and hung out and watched Sailor Moon at her place afterwards. After we got back from the con, we're just we're friends now.
Amazing. Dope. I'm just so excited for when con season is a thing again in the future, and
yes.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be a person that now has an excuse to wear a mask for the entire con, which is dope because that's half of the makeup I have to do for a day, and elbows only. I will be a germphobe, but I feel like I met so many new people, both of you included, in quarantine, that we connected in ways that it might not have happened if we didn't all have to figure out how to be digital RPGers.
Yeah.
That oh man, I'm deeply extroverted, so the moment I get to see you in person, I will ask before, but I want to hug you. If we're in LA, you're coming back to my house, I will feed you.
I am a fat guy. I will take that offer. I am saying this right now. Whatever con I go to, we are finding the nearest karaoke joint.
Yes.
It's going down.
Yes. I can't sing, but I don't know that. Let's go.
Get a couple of tequilas in me, and it doesn't matter if I can or can't. I will.
You can.
You want to hear me do most of Hamilton? Let's go.
See, sober me knows which Hamilton songs I can do. Tequila me does not.
Nope.
Watch
me just shut down, burn. Let's go.
I was just about to be we're doing burn.
Yeah. Does anyone have a lighter? And they're like, no, Aabria.
Oh,
I have
goodness.
2 go-to karaoke songs.
Okay, and they are?
Clint Eastwood by Gorillaz.
Nice.
Okay, that's a good one. That's
yeah.
a good one.
And What's Up by Four Non Blondes. Because it's not a song you have to sing well, it's a song that requires commitment.
Respect! Ooh.
Yeah.
My go-to karaoke song is Blues Traveler's Hook because I'm a show off.
Yes.
That makes sense. That
Yes.
And I'm extra as shit.
Oh, my go-tos are it's definitely Poor Unfortunate Souls and You Ought to Know, because I think that's also a song that requires just deep commitment to like being a jilted girl.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh.
And I think you can get like enough people behind you with You Ought to Know. Like if you get enough girls on a bad night in the bar at that time, they will belt that with you. They will hop up on stage with you.
Yes.
That is one of those songs that it doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's fun.
Yeah, exactly. I love fun karaoke. Like Shoop is my go-to also.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good one.
There's some people that when they sing You Ought to Know, you can tell they're talking to somebody.
Oh my god. Yeah.
And when it gets real like that, it's the best thing in the world.
Amazing. I'm like, oh my god, your ex is here. Let's find him.
Ryan, you've never been to karaoke? Well, we got to change that, buddy.
Oh my god, yes,
got
please.
to change that.
Oh, right. Please.
I feel like we're good for a 10-minute break. So we can go be human for a second.
Be human.
And then we'll come back and we'll start with the That Guy segment.
Yes.
All right. So
yes.
We will be back in about 10 minutes. We'll see you soon.
All righty. Now you know what it feels like.
Yeah, I know. We're back. Hi, welcome back. Enjoy the soothing purrs of Ash for about 10 seconds.
To explain, I have Anita on my show, and we pre-record. So every time I mess up, and I'm just like, okay, I'll edit that out. They all, while I'm getting everything marked for what's getting edited out, just go butts.
Yeah.
So now you know for sure.
That helps. It's helpful.
Oh yeah, thank you for that.
I am definitely will apologize on the track to the TD. Like, I'm so sorry. I will have saved this wrong. I will have done something wrong in this file. And I'm just so sorry.
So when you're editing pre-recorded material, what's really scary, and this is what my players like to do, is they like to go, hey, editing Noir, how's it going? Have you had any water? You should really get to sleep soon. And I'm like doing this at 3 a.m. and it's just like, ah.
Have you stood up and gone for a quick stretch? Maybe grab yourself a snack? You're probably a little bit hungry now. It's pretty late.
Oh, that is so cute.
It scares
Go to bed. Do this in the morning.
It scares the shit out of me every time it happens because I'll be zoning out. Like, okay, I'm just waiting for the next thing I have to edit out. It's just like, hey, Noir. But anyway, hello everybody.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hey, welcome to the chat. As promised, as if this show has any structure. As promised, now that we're back, we are getting ready to get into the That Guy segment of our show. Yes. And here's the basic introduction for our guest and for anybody that is new to the show. If you've been in the TTRPG hobby long enough, chances are you have sat at a table that has a veritable black hole of fun. Somebody who, if they were yeeted into the sun, your enjoyment of the experience would go up tenfold. If you have experienced this, then I'm sorry, you have experienced a That Guy. Our goal here is to quantify, identify, and show how to deal with that guy of every variety. Mm-hmm. I'm actively working on making a monster manual from all of the That Guys from season 1. And we're gonna be adding some of season 2's that guys in here as well, so you can figure out how to deal with them. One of the things that I want to implement into the introduction of this segment is to kind of put you on the level of what we have already experienced.
Yes.
We have experienced everything from a puppet master, which is just a GM that puppets their PCs.
Yep.
So you think you're playing a game, but you're not. Also, I mean, there's slight difference between the puppet master and the railroader, but then we have dealt with more extreme cases of that, guys, like the neck biter, like the guy who bit a person's neck during a one-on-one character creation meeting, and then when the person went, "What the fuck did you just do?" They gaslit them like, "I didn't do anything." So
no!
we have
Yeah.
Oh my god. No, we finna scrap. That's wild.
Like we have had game store that guys who see a person with a film presenting person with a ring and go, "Oh, too bad." Like just all sorts of gross.
All of my stories will be
checks
that.
for ring happen.
Oh yeah, checks for ring. Yeah.
Nope.
Cool, I hate it.
Yeah.
So the last thing I'll attach to this is I created this segment because I thought I had played D&D enough to have experienced all the worst that there is to experience with meeting of that guy. And then I started opening this question up to my femme presenting friends and realized I had been playing in the minor leagues the whole time.
Have you been sexually harassed in and out the game? Like both me and my character, sometimes at the same time. That shit's wild.
Yeah. Like the worst thing that happened to me was me, a black guy playing a black character. My character was lynched. So
that's not nothing.
Yeah. Again, nothing compared to what some of my film presenting friends had to go through. Still pretty bad.
That's
but
real bad.
That's real bad. Yeah. So, welcome to the party, friends.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, really, you can feel free to tell us anything that you want, no matter how minute or how bad it gets. We've kind of run the gamut.
I think my favorite story. So like when I first got into D&D, it was with like my group's like home game, and I was like, oh, I need many more hours of this a week. So I ran screaming to Adventurers League at my friendly local gaming store. Okay. And maybe a month into it, my character that of course I made I made a hoe ass bard because I know my brand. And I was so into it. And I was like, I'm just gonna be this like goofy little like sassy, like drinky, like inappropriately dressed, but wearing a ring of warmth. So doesn't matter that the titty's out, bard. And she got knocked unconscious. And another player at the table described like grabbing her boobs while she was unconscious and like not reviving, just assaulting her while she was down. And obviously got very, very mad, like lit into this dude, like kept looking at the DM like, are you gonna do something? And he was like, okay, that was kind of inappropriate, but why don't we move on? I'm like, oh, no, this isn't handled well. There was one girl at another table and I was like kind of freaking out about it, but was about to let it go. And then a girl at another table gave me a look as I was getting a little like loud about it. Just like, oh, we're just not going to do anything. You're just going to sit here and be a creep. Da, da, da. She makes eye contact with me, rolls her eyes and nods. And I went, he's done this before. So now I'm going to escalate the situation. I stood up and was like, I'm gonna need you to apologize to me and any other girl that you've ever fucking done this to, or we're gonna go outside right now. This is like, I don't fight people. I was ready to throw literal hands and like went to the door and held it open and was like, this is a thing I swing about. And like, I am a big, fairly intimidating, like athlete looking like girl. He freaked out, sat down, started pleading to the DM to like kick me out, pled to the like the game store owner. And I explained it and was like, if I have to go to like social media, whose side do you think they're going to land on? I will, like, I'm not anyone on the internet yet, but I know Yelp is probably going to think this is a pretty interesting turn of events. So who do you want to kick out in this moment? And like made it a like 20-minute deal that everyone in the store had to deal with. And they like put it to a vote. And like that was heartbreaking that it required a vote. But thankfully, like the Magic the Gathering players in the corner that weren't even doing this game were like, oh no, that's super fucked. Like voted for this guy to get kicked out. And then I was so mad after that I left too and was like, if you have to like decide via a democracy, like what is acceptable here, like
what is socially acceptable as a person.
Exactly. I was like, all of you can fuck off. And then I went and bought a slice of pizza next door and had it delivered to the chick that was playing at the other DM table as I was leaving. And like, I never went back to that store again.
There's so much about that story that is upsetting.
Yeah.
There's the fact that guy had a reputation of doing this. What the fuck?
Yo, and that everyone let that shit go.
I think, you know, if there's any chance that anybody that is watching this has a fuck nut like that at their local gaming shop, that is not cool. Oh. That is not all right.
Right.
And just don't. We need more people to fucking take a stand like that, but also fuck that place for making it go that way. And how dare there be a story that makes Magic the Gathering players look like good guys?
Yo! Like, the Magic kids in the corner were like, no, we all pretty much agree. We don't have to raise our hands separately. That's fucked. Anyway, mana, I don't know how to play Magic. That literally spurred me to try Magic the Gathering. Like a week later, I found a group of friends. This is one of my favorite stories.
So upsetting.
One of my friends works in porn, and she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna invite a bunch of like and we're all gonna like play together." So I got to play Magic the Gathering with a couple porn stars, and we called it Magic, and it was great.
That's the most lit story ever.
I was so proud of it. I came home with like a deck I built to he's my husband now, but he was my boyfriend at the time, and we obviously didn't like live together, so I didn't know. And I should have known because he's also really nerdy. I was like, I made a Magic deck. Have you heard of Magic? I'll teach you how to play. And then he pulled out this like, fuck you and your whole family deck, wrecked my shit, and I never played again. I was like, I just made a deck of cats that make more cats, and it was really cute. And I was gonna get little protectors, like little card protectors that had Grumpy Cat on the back. And I had the cute little blue-white deck, and Ryan burned the Magic the Gathering right out of me. Got stomped so hard, and I was like, no, thank you.
That's the Magic player that I know. Okay. Oh, everything is right in the universe again.
Yep.
Magic the Gathering brings the toxicness right out of me. Like I have to walk away for a time because it just brings evil out of you, and you got to see that first.
How
I was
dare
just
you
so
crush
proud.
your kitten dreams.
I was just like, my deck makes cats, and I had the little kitty plane walker, and I was like, look, it's my little cat. Oh no!
And it gets worse.
Oh my god! I don't like this game no more.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I've had those people, Dactane, where it's like the Magic player who tries to teach you through punishment.
Yeah,
you forgot to
I'm
untap,
just
so now you lose your turn.
Oh my god, yeah. Ryan did that a bunch. I'm like, wait, so I'm just sitting here getting stopped? Okay.
What have we learned?
I've learned nothing. I like sports again.
Oh God, I can't even make that threat because I live in Chicago.
In LA, we are. If we're good at sports, we're not supportive, so it's fine. We're good.
Yeah, y'all got teams that nobody shows up for.
Yeah, I'm sorry. There was traffic. Ugh.
You got 2 basketball teams.
18 football teams.
Yeah,
Shit.
because literally is the cheapest place in the country for a football team to move rather than trying to build a new stadium. They'll just move to LA.
Yeah, what's a football again? I mean, I went to UCLA and we have the funniest, like, everyone in and from California, as far as like college rivalries, they're like, ooh, UCLA versus USC, what a big rivalry. I did my freshman year of college at the University of Iowa, so I got to see actual Midwestern like rivalries.
Oh
like,
God,
California doesn't know shit about shit.
I got family members in Alabama who are all about Roll Tide.
Yeah.
And it's like a religion. Like they'll end sentences that have nothing to do with football with Roll Tide.
Yep. Oh man, I had some like Michigan and Ohio State friends. I was like, I think they're just gonna genuinely fight. Holy shit! I'm over here at the University of Iowa. Like, are we mad at anyone? I don't want to be.
I'm like, I know for a fact, you've got fucking hardcore racists chilling with black people, rooting for Roll Tide.
Yo!
And while the game is on, they together.
Yeah.
They together. As soon as that game is over, it's just like, okay.
But that's the truth of it, isn't it? Like, racism only stands up to like it's just about tribalism. And it's not so like pervasive that it can't be like, well, if we can both agree on this, like
maybe this is the new stuff.
Yeah, you just have to find something else you hate more. And that's why I think I need aliens to be real to unite all of humanity against a common threat.
Like I don't think aliens are dumb enough to come here. Like they look especially looking at the last 4 years like,
If they're smart enough to get here, they're smart enough to stay away.
Or they're just gonna jack us for our planet since we're fucking it up.
Oh man, that's true. They're like, hold on, this is why you don't deserve nice things.
It's ours now. Take the toy away from us.
We just got a Lamborghini and we're letting crayons melt in the back seat. Get out of here. You don't deserve this.
There is that dorky part of me that's just like, but I wonder what their version of tabletops are. Yo.
I just want to know more about like culture, like how a culture that develops completely away from us, like has this sort of idea of like a shared narrative. Like, does monomyth exist? Like, oh man. Oh, I want to have that conversation, but we don't have nearly enough time. We could try though.
Oh shoot! I just there's so many questions that if aliens. Well, I believe they exist. I believe they exist. It's the galaxy. It's too big.
I'm sorry. I grew up a Christian, so I know that God invented only us, and then everything else in the universe for us to stare at. Couldn't be.
He made life with us, and then was just like, "That's it."
Nailed it. Got it in one. Sure, they'll be fine.
One shot, one kill.
360 no scope.
You just quote window marker at me. I love you. Window marker.
I just love imagining God as like the most obnoxious Call of Duty player.
Gotta be. Hella toxic. So good.
Oh,
I mean, God. Rage quit when you send a little plague to knock out a group. Yeah. That feels right.
Yeah. And you know what? The rainbow after the flood feels like trolling.
Yeah. Fact. Just gonna spawn.
Let me just spawn this rainbow right here. Got your ass.
Amazing.
Joseph. I'm gonna fuck your wife.
Jesus Christ!
Literally.
Tell me it's smart.
That was smart.
Oh
Well,
my God.
you know what?
God
So
is
it's-
a 12-year-old Call of Duty teen. I love it. Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Thank God.
well, it was fun, everybody.
Yeah.
If it wasn't clear, I am also going to hell.
We're going to double hell
We'll be
with
down there
gasoline
together, and
draws.
I'll be like, I did get someone to eat a dime. Satan just came and told me I got someone to eat one. So worth it.
Kill the
Hey,
man.
Joe, I'm gonna swing by your couch tomorrow, bro.
Yeah. Side note, Noir, have you read, oh no, I cannot say the author's name well because I keep having to look up, it's a Chinese author, Three Body Problem?
No, but I've heard of it.
It is so good. I love the series so much.
Okay, bring me in.
Okay, shoot, I can't spoil it for you.
Okay.
It will fall into the premise that you have established earlier that you enjoy. But the idea, like, to me, it reminds me of all of the best. And like, I mean, I'm not trying to leave you out of this either, but like it's got this really cool, like, sort of explosion mechanism of its scope that reminds me so much of RPGs. Like, once you hit that level that, like, once kobolds aren't a problem, then like big bads are, and now you have to fight a god. So like it keeps getting bigger. Like it traces this power creep, and when it does power creep really well across the 3 books of the main series. Yeah, thank you. Alien Jays put the author's name in. I'm just terrified to botch the pronunciation. Because that X, I'm just staring at that X like, I don't know what you want me to do with it.
That is such a dope looking name.
Yes.
It'd be Sishin, I think. I don't know.
That sounds right to me from what I've heard before.
I'm gonna let you put your neck on the line, and I'm gonna just be like, "That sounds cool."
I am white. I will probably butcher everybody's name. Colonialism.
Embrace the colonialism.
My favorite thing, speaking of like colonialism and like the legacy of colonialism in like the way we tell stories, it was so refreshing to read this series and see how sort of insidious like Western European sensibilities are in like all of the stories that we tell. Like they are so focused on like blood legacy and following this one hero, like the one fated hero, and that Campbellian like monomyth, and then seeing a series that like it's such a blockbuster. Like you can feel it in all of it. Like it knows what it is, and it's just doing all of those like heavy, like it feels like it's like a heavy hitter. Like, yeah, if I was released in the theaters, like I'm bringing in a Billy easy, like level of scope and scale, and it like goes through time in an amazing way. It never cares about like a main character for more than like a book. And like it's just it's so dang good, and I highly recommend. It's really fun, and just like the core conceit is just so buck wild. Like once it tells you like this is the story that we're gonna tell, and then it plays the game of like, sorry, the way you were describing, like now I want to think about like the way aliens tell stories, like reminded me of that, like if this, then what could be next. And reading a series of novels that like played that game so perfectly and landed at the end in a way that you would never expect after reading the first 3 chapters of the first book. And yet it feels like such a good exploration of like what is possible if this first premise is true was so good. And I want to share that with you. It's also being adapted as a TV show, unfortunately, by Weiss and Benioff from Game of Thrones, but we'll see what they do. Fingers crossed.
Let's hope they don't get bored in the last season. But this is giving me vibes of another book that I've loved growing up. Clive Barker's Magica. Highly recommended. It is a world traveling book. Like the easiest way for me to get to pitch this, and since we're all RPG folks, it's your basic Amnesia storyline. You know, somebody was a big deal, but then they kind of stop being a big deal. They don't remember why. And it's all about going across these different dimensions, different worlds, and figuring out why they stopped being what they were. And part of that adventure is also looking back in time and seeing why they ended up making the decisions that they made. And the character has a familiar, which is the familiar's name is Piopa, which is one of my favorite fucking characters of all time. And just this character alone makes me appreciate dialogue. Piopa has no real physical form, really. Whatever you find attractive is what Piopa looks like. It's just, that's the way it works. And so when the character, when the wizard is about to make the decision to stop being this badass wizard for a while, the familiar goes, well, what do I do? Like, while you're gone. And like, just jokingly, the wizard's just like, you know, with your skills, you could either be the world's greatest assassin or the world's greatest escort, you know, do whatever. And they just goes
amazing.
To sleep. And that entire time, Piopa is the world's greatest assassin of the world's greatest.
Holy crap! Wait, say the title of this again, because I am
Magica.
Punkle Nix also posted in the chat because he had a copy of a Magica that he read until the cover literally fell off it.
It is so good. It is. So I highly recommend, especially if you like seeing different weird worlds. I will give like content warning. There's some stuff in it that might be considered sacrilegious because we make a very weird discovery about some things. But it's just so good. I didn't know you
purchased and on my Kindle now. Thank you.
Oh, I need to know what you think about it.
Oh, we'll circle back. Don't you worry.
It is so good.
Sounds amazing.
You will you have to read it over and over again because like as you start to understand some of the decisions that were made, when you're coming up against the like, why the fuck is shit like this? It suddenly makes sense in like the dumbest ways.
Yes. Amazing.
And that's been the Morning Ritual Book Report.
Yay! What were we talking about? Club. Bad people?
I don't even
about good books. We went from bad guys to good books.
I mean, that's how you deal with bad guys. You find yourself a good book.
Yo. I mean, yeah, like, isn't that like trying to like loop this back around and make this a part of it? I feel like most of the like really obstinate kind of that guys in RPGs that I've dealt with, one, they were in like non-curated, non-streamed groups. Because I feel like streamer protocol is like, you gotta try to be the best version of yourself because the internet is forever. But so many of the like people that were like resistant to change and acceptance, like they find themselves in like these perpetual loops of the same kind of like high fantasy fated hero mythology, and then they struggle in a group setting because they're all trying to be the fated hero because like Joseph Campbell taught them that like there is the one guy that's a hero and all female characters exist to like serve as love interests and any like non also story. Like exactly, and any like non like straight white like cis male main character is like a sidekick or an anti-hero or a rival to friend, but they can never break out of that paradigm. So isn't it important to like talk about like pieces of fiction that teach us how to have different kinds of heroic stories? Yeah. So we don't just mimic the one thing we know and then bump up against people who reject that paradigm.
And really, it's so insidious that if you break it down, if you could find what you are, and the fantasy tropes have been so consistent that you know where you fit in that thing. If you're a big black guy, you're Worf. You exist to be big and black and scary and to get your ass kicked. So when the white guy wins, it's even more impressive. Like it's if you're a short black guy, you're comic relief.
Hi, I'm a sassy black friend.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm just there to say something spicy, but to be like next to the love interest and just, make her look all the more demure and shy and retiring by comparison.
And it's for that very reason that I think a lot of stories gain new dimension if you change the character's race. And I'm not saying take established characters and make them black, but I'm saying if you put a black person if you put a black person as the main character of Highlander, that story gets ridiculously more complicated.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think, I don't think the reason that those stories don't get told, one, there's not enough black writers in writers' rooms. There's not enough POC writers in writers' rooms. There's 100%. Not enough LGBTQA in writers' rooms. But also, in order for that story to be what it could be, we need to start living in the real history and not the history that white people are comfortable with.
Exactly.
And a little bit more of that is coming out. And the more that it comes out, the more, like Watchmen and
Lovecraft Country. Oh my God, yes.
Oh,
so good.
It's like Lovecraft Country is just a Lovecraftian story with the honest portrayal of black people in America, and it's terrifying,
right? Like, I felt so bad. So my husband is half Indian, but highly self-conceives as white. Like, self-perception is a huge part of that, and that's totally fine and valid. So like, as we were watching through Lovecraft Country, our reactions to it were so incredibly dissimilar, because he was like, oh, it's cool and spooky. And I was sitting there going like, I need a monster to show up because I am terrified of these white people. Like, fuck! They're not, like, no monster at any point was ever scarier than the actual historical reality, like, being portrayed at the time. And that's such a powerful realization to have. And processing that, like, in a singular household with a person who feels like they are the generational inheritor of that versus someone who, like, self-conceives as on the outside, sort of just learning interesting history and watching the, like, emotional processing of that I really love the series on its own merit, but I think the conversations that I was able to have for hours and hours after it were, like, just as much a part of it.
Absolutely. Like, one of the things that got me about that show was when the Lovecraftian horror was occurring at the same time as the, like, racial horror.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, so I'm talking in particular about, in spoilers, but it's
spoiler, go away.
I'm talking particularly about the scene in the cabin where the Shoggoths are coming for the first time.
Yeah.
And they're these racist cops.
Sundown Town is the episode. So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, or Sundown. Yeah.
Caught our black protagonists in a sundown town, which is, if the sun is down, you need to be gone. And they couldn't. So you got these Shoggoths coming after everybody, and you got these racist white cops dead set on killing these black folks. And it's just like, I don't know what I'm more terrified of right now. And that was like a real thing I had to think about.
Yes.
Like, it made me realize Shoggoths might be more like, I might rather them than just white dudes. Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely bonkers to me, because at least the Shoggoths makes sense.
Yeah. To me, that episode and that whole scene delivered on the promise of season 8 of Game of Thrones better than Weiss and Benioff ever could, because they didn't have that, like, sort of nuanced understanding of, like, two threats. What do you deal with at one time? We were dealing with, like, the whites and the White Walkers are coming down from the north. This is an existential threat that will wipe all of us out. So why are we bickering amongst ourselves? And still trying to hold that as, like, that is terrifying, but it's also it's sitting here and just as big of a problem as like dealing with like who runs the Seven Kingdoms. And I think there was this lack of like both things are like weird and terrible. Like it felt like Game of Thrones didn't know how to maintain any sense of like the court politic of this is just as important as like this existential threat. And then Lovecraft Country came and nailed it in like a single goddamn episode. And I was like, well, you get what you pay for. Maybe you put more people in the writer's room.
And I'm done. I think we're done with spoilers now, so we're good to come back. I just have to say, like, Lovecraft Country is a novel written by a white guy, and black people were just like, we like this, and then a black production crew did the show working with the author, and it's just like, that's
amazing. I didn't know awesome. That.
Yeah.
Dunk. Oh man, so good.
It's just like I love the idea of like I when I found that out, I loved it because it's just like you can write black characters, and if you need help going to black people, can make a show that's so authentically black that nobody knows that a white dude.
Yeah.
It is possible.
Isn't that such a like it's such a good like lesson of like, you know, we're not saying like no one can write outside of their personal experience, right? Like that's not the lesson. It's just that like unless you were like open and receptive to like those actual marginalized communities, like thoughts and feelings and perspectives, and then you have the reps at like actually having to think and like make choices and learn outside of like your like highly privileged experience set, like it's not going to come off as authentic, but it can be done. Anyway, that's a completely different thought.
You just got to do the work.
Just do the work.
I absolutely understand.
That's all it is.
It gets a little maddening trying to convince a country or a people something that is so fucking obvious. If we've been in 4 years of that, and not to get too political, but here we go. It's just like, you know, we say Black Lives Matter, not that all lives don't matter.
Thank you. It's not only
because
fuck.
That's the part of the house that's on fire right now.
Yep.
We say that, and then it's just like, well, but all lives matter. Okay, cool. Colin Kaepernick takes a knee because, you know, hey, shit is bad. Well, what do you think? Disrespected our flag? And it's just like, hey, maybe don't write black characters if you don't have black people in the writer's room. It's like we keep saying this simple, obvious shit. And in return, we get what happened with Christina.
Yeah, like, exactly. That's how we get there. Because it was never about Christina's like personal record. It was about someone feeling some kind of way and finding a new target.
Yeah, it feels like we're saying the same shit to people that just find new ways to not listen. And it's
because they keep moving the goalpost.
Yeah.
How can you get the ball in the goal when they keep moving the posts around?
It's wild. I'll tell you that much. It is. Whew.
Yeah, this shit is exhausting.
For real.
Oh my god.
But you know what? It's brand new day. Things are looking a little bit better. We just gotta keep all these motherfuckers next.
Yeah. I love Cornel West had like a really like interesting take on just like the inauguration of Biden and what to expect in the future. And he just had a little throwaway phrase that like has super stuck with me. I'm a prisoner of hope. And I feel like that is the cycle. Like when I talk about I am tired, like that's what I mean. Yeah. It is not jaded or like beyond the ability to be affected by the potential for better. I think it is just the being hyper cognizant that like the cycles of like hope and then the dashing of expectation is exhausting, but there's no way to really jump off the treadmill, because to jump off of it is to concede to forces that want to like burn you out of your joy for whatever you're doing.
I get it's the fact that we're still fighting this fight. That's the like.
I wish it was a new fight. I would have so much energy for a different fight. But I guess we're gonna do this fucking again.
Like, I can't tell you how many times I've reloaded my arms Henry Cavill style. Like, this kid.
God. Is that where the bear came from?
Do you understand that like that Mission Impossible Fallout trailer is, to me, the greatest trailer I've ever seen? The music pops, he cocks his arms so hard that
he gets a beard.
He grows a beard. Yeah, it's so good. And I genuinely love Mission Impossible Fallout. I don't know anything. Like, I've watched all of the Mission Impossible movies. I don't understand any of the through line plot because they're kind of forgettable that way. But it's so fun. And sorry, I will concede my point in 1 second. Henry Cavill is my big flex if I could get a celebrity to come play D&D, because I feel like he would love it.
Oh yeah.
I feel like he would be super into it, and I would make our characters date, and that's the end of that story.
I have, okay, what's your dream? This is a question for everybody. What's your dream table?
Ooh.
Any GM you want, any guest you want.
Oh, snap.
Here's mine. Whew.
Oh yeah, Christina Ariel got verified though.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
what?
congrats.
Yeah, she got that check.
Hey,
BB.
There we go. All right, you next, Bria.
We hope
we gonna get you. I want Ava DuVernay.
Yes.
To GM.
Ooh. Yes.
I want Kevin Hart at the table.
Okay.
But
I like that.
Mine is about to be black as fuck. I'm just.
No, I'm into it.
I want to see Oprah play D&D.
Oh, that will be so good.
I don't know why, but I'm really like, what?
I think she would do some hot girl shit.
What would she
I feel
make?
like she'd be like she would make like a real Hoey Warlock. That's what I feel.
You know what? We gonna go on two sides of black excellence here. I want Michelle Obama.
Yes.
And Cardi B.
I see your Cardi B and I raise you Megan Thee Stallion. Because I feel like she loves anime so much that she would be so locked into like those heroic archetypes. She would just be ready to go.
You know what? I'm taking Kevin Hart out and replacing him with Lil Nas X.
Yeah! Oh my God.
That's my table. Ava DuVernay is GMing. Oprah, Michelle Obama, Cardi B, and Meg Thee Stallion, Lil Nas X, and me. Let's go. Tell me you wouldn't watch that game. That game would be so lit. That game would be so lit.
It would be so good.
I just want to know what Oprah and Michelle Obama would make.
Oh my God.
Because those would be the only two characters I play ever after that.
Yeah. I will carry this legacy. Oh my God.
I want to see Michelle Obama's paladin now. Yo, I can see her being a paladin.
She would crush it.
What would... I see Cardi B as being a barbarian. I'm sorry. I just imagine her rolling her R when she says, "I like the rage."
Yeah.
Oh
my God, that's amazing.
That's my dream table. Top
Such
that.
a good table. I don't know if I can. Shit.
I'd buy tickets to a stadium event for that table.
Yes.
Yo, we need more black celebrities getting into this goddamn game.
We do. I am just realizing now that like the only one I've seen play is like Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Yeah. Oh man, rage. Oh,
Oh, yo.
Circle back to Lovecraft County. I think that Jordan Peele would be a good DM
yes.
for a Call of Cthulhu game.
Ooh.
Fuck, that's dope.
I want to also throw in Donald Glover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think he would be excellent.
Yeah, I was thinking him, but I was just like, ooh, I got a lot of female energy at my table.
Yeah.
I want to keep that going.
Oh my God, Issa Rae, stop.
So good.
Stop, yes. Issa Rae would have to play, I feel like she would rock a rogue. Something swashbuckly that's a mixture of like, I steal that, her... and like I talk some shit.
I was imagining either a sorceress or a warlock.
Okay, we're still in the charisma world. I'm into it. I'm into it.
Absolutely. Oh shit. Okay,
It's
so we
amazing.
got Issa Rae, Donald Glover,
Jordan Peele, GM.
Jordan Peele. Oh, Jordan Peele's GM is perfect.
That's too good.
I mean, Ava DuVernay is also perfect.
I mean,
I'm saying we're building an anthology series here.
Yeah.
We need more Black celebrities in the D&D right now. Do you know what I would give to just watch any one of the people in my dream table play D&D? Cardi B playing D&D, I would put stacks down to see.
Okay, I'm gonna add in. This is my weird flex. RuPaul. I want RuPaul to play.
I can see that.
I don't know if you would necessarily love it, but I'm curious. As a person that is just about like, that has always used a physical vector to like tell a story, like what if you have to sit here and use your words?
Okay.
And find a different way to like find self-expression and to like share a narrative of like self-acceptance and like identity, I think could be interesting, or it could be a hella flop. I don't know.
No, it'd be interesting no matter what. Sphinx just hit us with James Earl Jones. And do you know what I would give if he were my GM with that voice?
Butter though.
I couldn't focus on the game. Or Morgan Freeman as DM.
Yeah.
Just to narrate.
Yeah. Ooh, I have a weird flex for an athlete to bring in. I think Serena Williams would have a really good time playing D&D.
I think Serena would get competitive. I think we don't
gotta play a monk with like 18 little things. Like, okay, now I do flurry of blows. Now I do this, and like wants to hit 1,000 times, or plays a fighter that like constantly action surges.
I'm just imagining, because you know, like when players are making arguments to do shit, like, can you do that? Like Serena be like, bet. Oh my gosh, she caught an arrow with her pinky toe. How does she do that?
Oh my God, yes.
Let's see, hold on. James Earl Jones with the RZA, whose career is basically LARP. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yo, okay, this is my goal now, is to get one Black celebrity to play D&D this year. If I can make that happen, oh my God. Yo, say what you want to. I'd love to see Diddy play D&D. Diddy it writes itself.
What if we got Kevin Hart and Dwayne The Rock Johnson to come and play together? Like homie vibes.
With Jumanji, I can't believe they haven't already.
Right?
Like, look.
I stand CIA, or Central Intelligence Agency, whatever it was called.
That movie.
I love that movie so much.
Fat Rock is hilarious. Like,
sick boy. That's so good.
How the look, Black D&D Twitter. I need y'all to collectively use your clout to make this happen.
James Earl Jones, Morgan Freeman, Keith David, and Avery Brooks in a game together.
I'm sorry, my whole body would explode from good sound.
Billy Porter would be
Ooh.
the best bard. Fuck everybody. That's nobody could play bard after that. Vin Diesel did that. D and Diesel. Yeah, I saw that.
I'm sorry. We slept on Billy Porter, and that's on me. Okay, sorry. I'm going to save my table. I'm stealing. Anita, can I borrow Jordan Peele, please?
You can borrow Jordan Peele, absolutely.
Thank you. Okay, so Jordan Peele GMing. We're going to go Donald Glover, Serena Williams, Billy Porter, and then both Kevin Hart and Dwayne Johnson. That's my table.
Latia's like Billy Porter would be a heavy magic user.
He is a wizard, just like a deliberate wizard that just stunts. Like all of initiative stops and everyone's just like, what do you do? Oh my god.
This motherfucker wears magic items in real life.
Oh shit.
You mean to tell me you don't think that Billy Porter would summon like skeletons or some fake creature to carry them around?
I can't summon Palanquin. Go.
Kevin Hart, Dwayne Johnson, Ice Cube, Mike Epps, Martin Lawrence, and Will Smith. It's a buddy cop competition narrated by Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Yes.
I didn't know I needed that till right now.
God. I need that so bad.
I didn't know how badly. Like we have celebrities getting into D&D now.
Yep.
We need to bring black celebrities.
How do we
D&D.
get them? Like, how do you recruit? Every time I tell my family, they're like, "What the fuck do you do?"
I don't know how I got you. Like, you
sent me a message and I was like, "Oh my god, yes!" And I will definitely not forget. I woke up later. I was so excited. I was like, "Yes, I would collaborate with you on the phone book." Are you kidding? Have you met you? Have you met you? Please go find a mirror.
No.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're amazing.
Yo, my entire goal, if we could get anybody from any one of these dream tables to play D&D, fuck it.
Someone on here is goddamn gettable. All right, I'm just gonna like walk the streets of Los Angeles, like, excuse me, and just read out a list like a drone. Like,
do you know Dwayne The Rock Johnson?
Yeah, excuse me, Dwayne, come roll some dice. Where are you? I feel like they all live in the same part of like Agora Hills. We'll just sneak in there and be like, excuse me, Kardashians, do you have a black person in there with you? Send them out. I gotta have them roll some dice.
Oh, like, say what you want about them. And this is purely the Chicago in me talking. I understand. Look, I know I'm wrong before I say it. Okay? I understand. Look, I understand this is a bad take. All right?
Well, we've had a bunch of them today, so let's go.
You're gonna get canceled for this. I'm excited.
Probably. Here we go. Like, hold on. Let me just say goodbye to any potential future I might have had. I still want to see Kanye West play Dungeons and Dragons. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. There is Kanye West. Actual Ye is a warlock of the Great Old One who's had his mind just dead ass broken. Like. That feels right. Like, you just lean in. It's like playing D&D with a child. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're gonna say, but I'm sure it'll be great. Let's follow your fun.
Exactly. You telling me you don't want to see Ye go wild in D&D, like in a TTRPG game?
He would start actually summoning some shit. I'm like, oh, this dude's doing for real magic.
Oh, you for real a warlock? Oh,
okay.
Shit.
That explains a lot.
You know what?
All right.
Sphinx wants to see some black wrestlers play D&D. Up, down, down, roll out. That's
Xavier Woods. Duh.
Xavier Woods.
Yeah.
Why
Xavier Woods is the key.
Let's just get the New Day to play D&D.
I'm so angry. I was on a show, like an RPG show with him, but our characters never met. So he was in the first half of an episode, and then I was in the second half, and I just wanted to be like, goodbye.
I cry at the thought of ever having any interactions with Xavier Woods.
For what it's worth, we like met in the like the little behind the scenes. He's very, very nice. And I didn't get to roll a die with him, and I'm sad. But that's okay. Just come out to LA. We all know each other, I think. Ember Moon too. I want to play with her.
Yeah, Ember Moon plays like some really good characters on Rollout.
Oh my god, yes. Oh.
Like, she based Ember Moon on one of her D&D characters, like the persona.
That's chef's kiss.
Calling it now, Xavier Woods will be on this show soon. He has to.
Oh yeah, look, that's our goal. We have to get him on here before the summer hits.
Y'all had fucking quit playing with shit.
All right.
So I'm gonna have to make this happen.
What's our hashtag? What the fuck's our hashtag?
No, wait, hold on.
Okay, hashtag Morning Woods.
That's it. We're just gonna cut the stream here.
Shoot your shot warning. No. I don't know how we got any of the people that we got on.
Because you slid into their DMs and were like, morning show?
Hey.
Morning show? Morning show?
All right.
Nah, we're good. So, distraction.
No, we're trying it now.
Yeah.
You've recruited help.
Yeah.
Hit me up. I'll do what I can. I don't know if it's much, but I'll put you in touch with people who got in touch with them.
Knows Big Show, who knows The Rock. There you go. You got
all those big boys know each other. I have a little.
Let me just call Travis Willicamp.
I mean, for what it's worth, I know the person that officiated The Rock's wedding. So, I mean, if we're trying really hard to play 6 degrees, anyone in Hollywood can do that in 3.
I know.
So if we're trying to make this happen, let's try to make it happen.
So, like,
hey, I'm in to help make it happen.
Yeah,
I know that my co-host will be utterly useless for the whole of the show.
Yes.
But I'm here to make this happen for him.
Have you met you?
Have you met you?
Have you met you? Shit.
I do not know everyone. Shut up. You do know everybody. Like giving
Lytia knows everyone.
Yeah. Who you trying to fool? You just be on the phone like, I mean, like, who you on the phone with? She'll say a name. I'm like, what? I mean, you're like, hey, Latina, who you on the phone with? Oh, Jesus, it's just Jesus. Jesus! Christ? Yep, that one.
That's the one.
You know the one from the, yeah, she's like, yeah, that's the one. Oh, I'm just going to the small gathering, with the apostles. Like,
just a couple tight friends.
Amazing.
Like, I laugh because, like, I'm starting to be part of a group that, you get your NDAs, you get your contracts, and it's like, a lot of times, again, friend DA is just like, I can't really talk about it, but I got something big coming over the hill. And like, so I'll be like, hey, Latia, what's up? She's like, oh, nothing. I just got something, just a little thing coming over the hill. And then like, 2 months later, an announcement will come. She's like, I am God King of Australia.
I am the Lord of Snow.
I've conquered Winterfell.
I feel like, damn, that is the exact, like, you have it with Latia. I feel like this is me and Gabe's entire, like, Gabe James. Like, that is our entire dynamic.
Stay with it.
Yeah, where we're just sitting here like, all right, how much stuff can you not talk about? 3, okay. All right, I'll see you in a month. Oh shit, is that the thing? Hey!
That's a thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody about Gabe. Gabe is one of those.
I hate you, says Latia.
Gabe is one of those good-looking dudes that knows he's good-looking.
Yeah, he does.
And like whenever he shows up, it's just like, damn, there he go. Damn, there he went. Like Gabe can do whatever he wants.
Yeah.
Because he's that hot and he knows it. But he doesn't use that power for evil. But like just watching it happen. He
uses it for chaos, and I respect that the most. Like we'll get heated over some dumb stuff, and he gives me a smirk. I'm like, Gabe, stop.
I feel
Don't
like
look at me. Gabe, no!
Gabe is the kind of hot that can just show up at a barbecue and leave with a plate and not say nothing.
Yo! I would be the one to fix it. Shit. Who is that? I don't know. Do you like potato salad, baby? Okay. I didn't even ask what his name was. Gabe is just a full-ass fey creature, and I love it.
I know, right? It'd be so upset, like, God damn. This motherfucker looks good.
Gabe and Seffi are on that same
Seffi
level of hot
too.
and knows it. Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, I get to finally play in a game with her. I am so excited just to be like,
I love Seffi so much.
Do I have consent to flirt with you, please?
Seffi came on this show and just destroyed my co-host.
It's true. I never realized I was that bisexual until that exact moment.
Ah, yes.
Like, I knew I was. But at the same time... Whew,
like, her hotness affected you. Her hotness affected you in such a way that it wasn't
those
that...
clips for months.
Yes.
She just lit the fire in your mindness.
Yes.
Gabe is the embodiment of the glamour bar. No, for real. For real.
No, for real though. We love it.
Yo, Jay, you mod for Seffi?
Yeah, Jay mods for Seffi and Brito now. And every time I go into like one of their like Twitch shows and I see Jay with a mod sword, I'm so proud.
Yay!
Why doesn't Jay have a mod sword with us?
I mean, I can.
Do it.
I bestow upon you, little brother.
I love watching Seffi go from like, do I like Twitch streaming to like, someone tell me to go to bed. I'm like, yeah, you like a thing a bunch. I'm very happy for you.
Yo, Seffi doesn't know how to fail.
Yo, we love to see that. We love that for her.
And I don't say that to say that Seffi doesn't do the work. I'm saying Seffi doesn't know how to stop doing the work to make sure Seffi doesn't fail. And it's just
fucking fact.
Just I love it. I love it so like I almost have another bad take, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna do it.
I want it though. Yeah.
I'm gonna wild out. Fuck it. So everybody knows about the Mercer bump. If Matt Mercer blesses your project, you're gonna get a couple thousand credits.
Hundo P.
Right. I have seen people get the Mercer bump and stop. Like they just ride the Mercer bump, and that's kind of where it is. Seffi got critter hugged with Fast Times.
Yep.
Was on it, did the thing, barely acknowledged it, and kept going. Like,
yep. We love it.
A lot of people be like, y'all remember when I was on, like, the episode happened? Hasn't been commissioned again, just still working. And like, that is the kind of grind that I'm just like, God damn, you finna take this motherfucker over.
Yes.
And let somebody try some of this shit with Seffi.
Yo,
like what they're doing.
You know, like, they're gonna at some point, and we will be ready to fucking. It's gonna be Seffi's turn.
Trial by criers.
They're gonna get their shit wrecked.
Shit.
I've been in situations where I've been partially disrespected, and Seffi found out. She's like, "Oh, we finna burn the whole motherfucker."
Yeah! I want this. I want this relationship with her.
Oh, her and Bree. You won't find two better people.
Bree now.
Oh my god. I love them so much, and I'm so excited for them to keep doing shit.
Hell yeah.
But I'm like, I am worried for when it's their turn to be tested, like trial by criers.
Yep. But for what it's worth, like, we showed the fuck up for Christina. Like, we were there, like, every time Tanya catches some hell. Fuck, I feel so bad for her.
Oh my god.
When
it never stops for her.
The PogChamp stuff, like, I'll keep showing up again and again and again. Like, however many times it takes.
We talked about that at the top of the show, was the PogChamp shit. Because
fuck,
I had to I had to go full Canadian in a rant.
Like, but yeah, I mean, real talk, nothing but respect for Tanya. Tanya is steady going through it, and I've never seen somebody fight to make sure more doors are open for people. Like
1,000%. Fuck.
Like, just there's really no way to put it into words. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I haven't even talked to Tanya. Really, like, I haven't had a real like conversation with Tanya, and she's already done so much for me that I can't even put into words. So it's just like, when you see somebody that's working that hard get beat up on for like the dumbest shit, it gets to you. It's just anyway.
Oh man.
Trial by criers. He has a time.
100%. God, it's just, whew. I really love, B Dave posted like a little video yesterday that was just like a little 9 minutes about all the stuff that's been happening, specifically centered on Christina. And it's just like, so much of it is like the preparation for like marginalized creators in this space. Like, so much of that, like breaking through the next threshold requires that you like steel yourself for the blowback of it. And it's just so heartbreaking that that's so part and parcel. And it, like, it's this thing that's always at the very edge of like robbing joy for like big moves. And like, it's just a real, it's, ugh.
And that's the thing. Like, one of the things that bothers me is a lot of people will say like, reason that POC streamers and stuff are starting to come up is because, well now they just need black people to fill in the slots because black people haven't been here. Y'all don't see how hard a lot of these people are working behind the scenes. And like, into the credit, I didn't either. Like, I didn't see just how hard motherfuckers are. Like, even the ones that you think are like at the tippy top, like, it's work to stay there.
Yeah,
it's work to get there. It's work to stay there. It just, every little bit that you climb can be lost in a second. Yeah,
in a second. That's the heartbreaking thing, is like hustling for years to get here, trying to like push through the trauma of like, because so much of this happened because like in reaction to all the BLM stuff that like popped off over the summer. And you're like, I am pushing through my personal trauma right now to try to be here, show up, do my best, like, and make rooms for like the next person to come behind me. And I know that like the pressure isn't just on me as a personal performer, but I can't fuck it up for everyone else. Like, and I know that like I say the one wrong thing and then that's it. Yeah. And it's just done.
I mean, and the thing is, and this is what I really want people to like understand. It's not just like saying the wrong thing on Twitter. Like, a lot of, I'm starting to get more involved with freelance work and finding a place in this community. And that means signing a lot of contracts.
Yep.
And a lot of people, I know the desire to see your favorites on the front line of every issue is there. There are a lot of reasons. There are reasons that sometimes they can't get there as soon as you want them to. And like, that's hard to try and explain to people.
Yeah.
And it's hard for them to understand, because I was on that very same side of like, well, why aren't you? Well, you'll see.
I'm contractually like locked to shut the fuck up right now.
Yeah,
that's some real shit. Like,
it really is some shit. It is just like that. Does I feel like I'm arguing against a past version of myself, because I came from this mindset of just like, well, if you're the leading voice of the Black community in the nerd space, you should be the first to be dropping heat, and motherfuckers gotta eat. Like,
yeah, and it's like, that's super valid and true. And it's also like the sort of like dawning realization that like not everyone can fight the same way, or like there are lots of vectors to affect change. And
Right.
sometimes it is being there on the front lines decrying bad behavior. Sometimes it's like, I'm gonna shut the fuck up, collect my check, and like be there like behind the scenes, like I'm in the room now. So like let me not sit here and have myself exiled from being a potential part of the positive change here. And it doesn't mean I'm gonna sit here and cape for a bad actor, but like I will do my best with like all of the hope I can summon and like good intention to try to be like, I'm not going to be a shield for a bad actor. I'm going to try to be like an effector of it. So
Right.
there's
and what brings this topic to mind is, I don't know if you've seen One Night in Miami. Highly recommend.
not yet.
For those of you that don't know, it's about one night where Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Sam Cooke, and Jim Brown are all in a hotel room together, like at the height of their career, talking about how they are affecting the civil rights movement and what they're doing for Black people. And I think one of the hardest things for us as a people to understand is that there are a bunch of different ways that we have to fight this. There is no one way to get rid of motherfuckers doing what they're doing to CB, Tanya, and Christina. We've gotta fight in a bunch of different ways. So that requires giving your fellow TTRPGer a little bit of grace and understanding.
Yeah.
And Modern Chow and Xelomorphic both said that they'll like these haters will even fabricate and put words into your mouth.
Yeah.
Like none of the things that they said that Christina said, she didn't. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
they'll doctor tweets. They'll take Twitch clips out of context. Like,
you know, and that's gonna happen. So when Aabria, becomes, the fucking president of Wizards of the Coast, when people get mad that she said white people smell like Dr. Pepper lip balm.
They smell like Dr. Pepper
lip smackers.
That's it. Clip that. I want that to be in an article. All white people smell like Dr. Pepper lip smackers. I don't know why. I don't know why y'all are like that.
I mean, there are worse things to smell like.
Yeah, it's almost a compliment, but you're gonna, if you want to take it a bad way, you fucking can. Do you know how delicious? Like, I was having a really stupid conversation in a tech call for Failed Save, my Friday night game, and we were talking about like, yeah, everyone bit a chapstick like one time to check, right? To check the flavor. Yeah, and I was like, mine was a Dr. Pepper one, and I was like, it's got to be kind of good.
Mine was Mountain Dew. It was not good.
This is actually the closest that I've come to like the one that I did. This is coconut vanilla.
Ooh,
it's really good.
Nice. Is it a Burt's Bees? What am I looking
no, this is a one from it's a local brand that's from the town that I'm from, like in like really small town BC.
Let me tell you something. Anita is low key so pro Canada. It's ridiculous.
Don't even know. I don't know. This is my sister gave it to me.
Anita awesome. Be like, yo, you want to catch a vibe? And I'm like, okay, cool. And send me a song. And I'm like, oh, this is banging. Local Canadian artist.
Like, this is the band in Calgary that they'll get for every single show, because it's that one band that in that one city that's like the band for the city. So yeah, here's the dudes.
All right, so I think we're approaching the end here. So I've got maybe 2 questions.
Yeet.
So my 2 questions are this. Well, here's the first one. If you could make a TTRPG for any franchise that you're not aware of a TTRPG for right now, what would it be?
Oh my gosh. You would think I would have a better answer for this right off the top. I'm gonna go weird flex and say Twilight Imperium, which is a board game. It's a really like space opera of a board game that I love. I love it. It takes 47 to like 96 hours to play a single. I am exaggerating, but it's a very sort of long operatic board game that like if I could write something that feels like Jupiter Ascending without me having to do like Jupiter Ascending stuff, because I think there are some foundational things that I'm like, I don't want to mess with it. I would want to try to build something like that into it, where you're fighting over like this central hub of a planet. There's like I think there's like 27 different like species factions that all have like their whole thing, and you can play. I want to build a game where you play as an individual actor, usually like the representative going to these like space senator meetings and council meetings, and then you have to play as like the fleet, like when you get into fights. And like I really want to build something where you're not like, you have to play as something more than just an individual. Like you are groups of people, you are countries, you are lots of actors and individual actors simultaneously, and try to build something like that feels good in that way. And I think Twilight Imperium, because space is fun and you get to like avoid a lot of the problems of like the historical context of humanity. Do something like that. So TI is my. Okay.
You got anything, Anita?
Ooh. Shoot, I should have actually been thinking of something during the talk. Let's not.
You want me to just drop mine?
Sure, drop yours.
Okay. I would love a RPG based on Betrayal at House on the Hill.
Ooh. Okay.
I love the mechanic of going into a board game, not knowing who the bad guy is, and the bad guy being one of you. I would love to see that fleshed out.
Sir.
I would love to see that fleshed out, where like it's a couple of sessions of you being a party, and then it's a couple of. Did you know that I did a D&D game based on that game?
Shut up.
You know what? I think I recall that, and I think I recall being furious that I wasn't invited to that game.
Ooh, Latia, you're in trouble. Oopsie.
Mods, I need Latia and Jaquez take
escort her out.
No, but I actually have questions on how you ran that. No regrets.
No regrets.
Hurtful. This shit got hurtful.
I would love to know the details on how you ran that, because I think that would just be so much fucking fun. Just to not know who the BBEG is.
That's so good. Man,
I have no idea how you would GM that though.
I just ran a one shot for a redacted thing that like at the very end, it was really cool because I was like, okay, I wonder if I can like con these beautiful bitches into like doing some like PvP stuff, and like basically had one turn on the group, essentially like consume the power of the big bad, become the big bad, but they were speaking a different language, so no one knew where they stood, and we had to adjudicate like this single round of combat where I was like, I think like you all see what player X is doing. Do you betray her? Do you turn on her? How do you like, what do you do in reaction? And everyone had this like cool, like there was like this really fun chain of stuff that had to like, I can't describe it well because I can't talk about it. But I love selfishness and self-centered behavior as like as a new vector to talk about a villain story. And if you have a good table, I think it's so gratifying. So I really want you to rate this, because I think games can benefit from like having to like push through the emotional beats of like betrayal from within. Mm-hmm. Rather than just like we have to go find the bad guy and chop him in the face.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's something to it when a player decides to just be the bad guy.
Yeah.
I mean, and they do it well, not at the cost of the story of the table, but like where they understand like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to fill this. Oh, when that happens, right?
It's so good.
It's priceless. And now I'm just gonna be watching all your projects like, is that the one?
This was a test for a thing, so
Oh.
though it was filmed, I don't think it will ever be released. But
isn't that the worst when you have film shit that you know is good?
oh, this is a thing. I know we're talking about our like wind down question. Also, I'm gonna make you sit here for like 19 more hours. I'm very sorry.
I was trying to be considerate of your time. I'm good all day. Well, I'm good until 4 p.m. Let's go.
But oh man, like, what's like the most like in a game where you're like no one will ever see it? Do you have that strong sense of like do you use it as a testing ground? Do you swing big? Do you do sort of safety stuff that you're comfortable with? Because I'm facing down another one of these, like another like test session, and like I was like, I could do like a normal thing, but I kind of want to I want to swing big on it.
So for test sessions and like games that I know aren't gonna come out, I like to try characters that I think I can do. Like, yeah. Like I like the things that I'm just like, I don't know that I can knock this out of the park, so let's try it.
Yeah,
that's the kind of stuff that I do in like games that will never come out.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So yeah, so
that's how I'm feeling too. I just wanted to get a little more.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
It's fun, spicy, right?
It's time to get weird. It's time to get weird. Like, like I don't do flirty characters at all. Like I don't have that in me.
Yeah, that's fair.
But in like a test game, oh yeah, I'll be the slutty bar.
Yeah.
just flirt with
Lucia
everybody.
Says that if we invite her for another morning ritual, she will tell you how they did House on the Hill.
Yeah.
Latia, you want to come back?
Ooh, look at this! Shooting your shot. Practicing from #Morningwoods. That's what it's called now.
Yeah.
You know, I need to go back and make sure I haven't said anything spicy about Xavier, because that's my fear. Because like I have a running joke that if I see Liam O'Brien, it's all sight for him. Like,
no reason.
It's all hands on deck for Liam O'Brien if I ever run into him in the street.
Why? Please, I need more.
No reason.
There's no reason.
There's no reason.
Except he likes talking shit.
I just like talking shit. So like,
that's 100% me. I feel this so much.
So if I ever meet Liam O'Brien or the entire continent of Australia, it's
the whole continent.
Yeah.
So like, if people are just like, "Oh man, you guys are getting good cast of it. One day you'll have somebody from Critical Role on." I'm like, "No,
nah, Liam,
no,
I love
can never happen."
Nah, you gotta keep talking shit. Like, this is my brand. You came to me. You came to me, Liam. You came to me.
You know we gotta settle this, dog. If Matt ever comes on, I'm like, "Yo, tell your boy it's on site."
Liam does like the Henry Cavill arm cock and the beard.
Yeah, what if he cocks his arms? Just full Caleb. He just
Caleb
comes out.
If Liam O'Brien comes in here, there's 3 words: stagger, stagger, staggered, because he's catching these hands.
I want you to invite to like just have a not an invite, dare Liam O'Brien every week to come on the show and come with a character sheet for himself. Level 10 yourself, and we're gonna fight this out.
Yo, is that the new outro? And Liam O'Brien, this is my official challenge for you to
let's go.
Oh, so you can catch these hands.
Latia, do you want to come back for the show? She looked away for 2 seconds.
You want to come tell us about your betrayal?
Do we want our first?
I'm not inviting
our
me
first
to
recurring guest. You can have Latia on again as our first recurring guest.
I want to see Liam beat Noir's ass just
beat the brakes off.
Tell him it was me, Liam. It was me the whole time. Sure, but it'll be a while before I'm free on Saturdays again. That's fair.
Oh my god.
I mean, we understand because of reasons. You see, this is the shit that Latia pulls. Where it's just like, because of reasons. If I say reasons, at most it'll be like, because I gotta go on a stream or something. But Latia says reasons, and it's because
it's that capital R that gets you.
Yeah, you can hear it.
You can hear the NDA behind each and every fucking one of those letters.
Oh man.
He's like, then like watch 2 weeks on Twitter. It's just like, hey everybody, I'm Mott Cook. Like, wait, what? You work for Mott Cook? No,
I am.
I am.
I just
C'est moi.
I got it's kind of like a Dread Pirate Robert situation.
Yes.
Sleep well, Latia. He'll most likely kill you.
I may roll you in the morning.
Latia's, that's just gonna be my favorite game now. Latia tweet announcements. Hello everybody, I'm so excited to be finally able to tell you
Earth.
Yeah.
that I'm the wizards on the coast.
Yeah, I'm all of them.
I'm all of those wizards.
Hey, did you all read that Dan book, Angels and Demons? Yeah. So anyway, my big announcement is a bunch of Italians yelled my name in the Vatican. I'm the Pope now. Wild. That's all. Thank you.
Hey everybody, sorry to bother you with another announcement. Turns out I'm the second coming of Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I couldn't talk about it. I am Jesus. But thank you. Thank you for your support.
Oops and
Catch my Twitch stream.
I've just never seen somebody play it so cool with like the most dope announcements.
So hey, this is a cool thing that's happened. The aliens have arrived, and I am now the ambassador for Earth. That's me.
Yeah.
Like, I need y'all to really fully understand this from my perspective. I went to high school with Latia. Like, oh yeah, I went to high school with Latia. Like, I watched Latia play her first game of D&D. And then she just up and decided, yes, I am TTRPG. Like, wait, what?
Latia, I will be streaming later this evening at twitch.tv/Jesus.
/Jesus. Smash that like and subscribe for your Lord and Savior.
Story. Your origin story was, I watched you play, like, I'm gonna make a fucking Latia a fable now. Your origin story was, I watched you play one game of D&D, and then you were like, yes, I will have it.
Yeah.
Yes, this is mine now. Like, wait, what?
Latia, I'm with you. I literally remember the moment, like 2 games in, when I first started D&D, because that was my first game too. And I like looked around the table at my friends and I went, oh no, I like this more than they will ever like this. And then like got up, left the session early, and was like struggling with the identity crisis of like, I think this is who I am now. What do I do?
And I have to tell you, did not have the best DMs to start.
That's never how that works. Big ass mood.
She's just like, I can do this better, faster, and stronger.
Okay, now I want to sit down and be like, all right, who has this story? Because like, yeah, that's what happened. I was like, this is some mediocre shit. Hold on. How hard is DMing? Picks up a book. Not that fucking hard. All right, I got this.
All right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Here's the origin story. Here we go.
Yeah, we're doing Arrival. This week we're doing Arrival. Sit down.
Mine was very simple. I got invited to a D&D game after school. I liked it. Started playing 3.5 with a bunch of nerds. They had this ultra nerd who was not playing 3.5 because 3.5 is garbage. And it's all about advanced. So I played advanced with them. And the leader of that group was extraordinarily racist and hugged my character. And then I was just like,
that's the origin story.
And then I was just like, oh, okay, don't like that. Let me see if I can GM. And I've been GMing in the same world for the last 20 something years. And so,
oh my fucking god! Name a name. I just need like a little social security number, a little address.
Just want to talk.
Have a little talk. I have family on the south side of Chicago. If you need to send someone somewhere to go talk about something.
No, you know what? It does. Here's the victory. I'm me.
Yeah.
That's the biggest flex of all.
Yeah. Let's go.
And one day I'm gonna meet Liam O'Brien in the streets and we go.
Oh shit! That's a
Please, God, let him never see me.
Oh God! I will use all of my powers, all of my magics, to make sure that shit got clipped just now, and I will present it to him on a fucking platter, like gauntlet thrown, knuck up, Liam.
I'm telling you, no,
Liam.
look, I know Latia actually knows. And if I see Caleb in the streets, I'm kicking from.
I'm gonna kick his riddle gas. Let's go.
I need to buy a Frumpkin stuffy just like.
No, that's how you lose the crowd. That's how you lose the crowd. You can't come for the kitty.
You gotta come for Liam.
Only a monster eats a cat.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
So if we're going into origin stories, mine was I started playing with my high school boyfriend and a bunch of his friends, but I was only at the table because my boyfriend was at the table. Hey, that's how that works. Our GM was a sadist meat grinder GM who ran the Temple of Elemental Evil, or returned to the Temple of Elemental Evil in 3.5. Like a meat grinder campaign, but did not tell us that it was a meat grinder campaign.
Oh God!
I've lost so many characters, so many.
Oh
ways.
God!
Oh my God!
So many characters.
So sorry.
Look,
Didn't even make it past level 3, motherfucker, because he was also stingy with levels.
I hate that shit.
Whatever. I feel like this is like the name day problem in Game of Thrones. Like you don't name a kid until they're 3 years old. Like, I'm not gonna name a character and care about it till it's at least level, like, gets my fucking Warlock pact. Oh, you killed an NPC that I was playing. I don't give a shit.
He's trying to tell us that, this is a level 3 to level 9 campaign. So, we're gonna go off average player level, so if nobody levels up, I guess you're fighting the big bad at level 3.
What sense does that even make?
How is that fun?
It's not. The answer is it's not. The most fun that I had in that campaign was we botched the adventure so many times that he decided, fuck it, the world's over. The bad guys won. You're being transported to 1,000 years in the future. Here is how the world looks now. Your people from the past, everybody you have ever known and loved has died. Deal with it. And that was the most fun that we had because it was like he was actually being creative and not fucking running a module.
Yeah, that's cool. But also, I already don't like this DM, so not
he was,
redeemable.
Brendan was not a good guy. I don't care about naming names. I don't.
Yeah. Fuck Brendan Lee Mulligan. Who is it? I don't know.
His name was Brendan.
Brendan. I don't trust a Brendan.
We trust a Brennan in this house.
We trust Brendan. I love Brendan Sleeves Mulligan so much.
I love him so much. It is stupid. Like I have had conversations with him where I'm like, is it weird that I feel like we are very good friends? I'm sorry if we're not.
Like he just came here and I was just like, hey, like oh my cool was cool.
Right? Like he's got to like, hey buddy, how are you? Do you need like
the best part was I could not say a word that entire episode because there were renovations happening above me, so Mark had to carry that entire thing.
No! Yeah. Like, again, it's Troy talking about LeVar Burton.
Yeah!
I just wanted a picture. You can't send the
photograph.
Oh my god.
No, our melted when Brendan was on. It was adorable. Shut up, man.
But yeah, then I went for years and I wanted to start playing again, but nobody wanted to DM, and I was like, fine, then I'll do it myself. And I grabbed the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yes.
You know, I know there are mixed feelings about South Park, but South Park did an episode on the TTRPG community, and I think they got it nailed on head, where it was just Cartman and the boys had a TTRPG club, and a couple of girls want to come in. They're just like, no, you guys can't come in, and they kept giving a bunch of bullshit reasons, like, we would have to make a character sheet for you. And the girls go, oh no, we already have character sheets for characters 1 through level 20. Which one do you want us to pull? They're like, yeah. All right, well, you need to have your own figures. And they were like, oh yeah, we have our figures. And they're like, oh, you guys don't have painted figures? All of our figures are painted. And then they're like, well, you also need to have the book. They were like, oh yeah, we've got the fully, like, we got all the books. They're just like, well, you just can't join our club. And so the girls are like, oh, okay. And then the next day, fewer people are in Cartman's club. And he's like, what's going on? And he finds out that the girls started their own club. And they're like, yeah, we've got stuff that's not even released yet because we got sponsorship deals. Yeah! And like they were just going through all this kind of stuff. It was just, I highly recommend watching the TTRPG episode.
I will go check that out now.
Because it is just hilarious and it's so accurate to what's happening in the space right now. And I was surprised to see South Park get it. I love that episode of South Park. The girls are always better than the boys. And the thing is, the girls were welcoming. The girls were like, oh yeah, you can come to our club. Yeah. And the boys were just like, but it's not ours.
Yeah, and that's what happened when I actually started Critical Misses in person, where it started as like, we started as a game club that would meet in a bar for like gender marginalized folks that wanted to get in games and didn't know where to start. So yeah.
I do need to put because I'm remembering the episode, I do need to put a content warning on there. There is some slightly transphobic, there's a slightly transphobic storyline.
It's South Park, that makes sense.
Yeah, it just so people can prepare themselves for it. There is a person called Mrs. Man, which is like an obvious macho man, Randy Savage, who is transitioning and going through like the Olympics and just dominating, and it's South Park. But
gotcha. Thank you. I appreciate the throwing that out there.
Like I had to remember, like, hold on, what am I sending them into?
Wait. Okay, we're good.
Aside from when they did the thing with Denmark, because when something involves Denmark, 5.5 million people have to experience it. Okay. I had 2 questions, and I remembered what one of them was, but then Latia started coming in talking spicy. I was asking about what
IP
franchise, IP.
Yeah. Chrono Trigger was my answer.
Ooh, good answer.
So, something very bad happened. Something very bad is about to happen. You're gonna have to travel back in time to try and find the way to solve it.
Yes, that's dope.
That reminds me of 13 Monkeys.
Yeah.
I've never played Chrono Trigger.
I've never played Chrono Trigger, but I love this conceit.
Okay.
So in Chrono Trigger, your characters wind up getting thrown forward and backward in time accidentally at first, but then they get control over it. They can find time portals. But they travel to the far future, and they're like, how did the world get this bad? It's post-apocalyptic. Everything's shit. Like, the world's been destroyed and burnt. They're like, it's terrible. How did it get like this? And they find a computer that shows them basically exactly what happened. Like, there was this monster in the earth the entire time that bursts up and destroys everything. And now it's a matter of, how do we stop this from happening?
That's dope.
Yeah, and you realize that, like, a meteor fell to Earth that carried this monster, kind of like Genova in Final Fantasy VII, but, like...
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, you have to, like, go back to the different time periods and set things right in order to get to where you're going. To save the world. There you go.
Heck yeah.
Here is my
Also, I love your shirt.
Yes.
I saw you.
Kiki's Delivery Service is like my favorite movie.
Kiki is the patron saint of freelancers.
Yes!
Yes.
Oh my god, I am who I am.
And monetizing your hobby.
I saw Kiki and went like, shit!
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, she is the personification of the burnout that comes with monetizing your hobby.
Oh my god. Well, I'm going to be thrown in a deep existential crisis about that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Glad you ruined your face.
What did you just do? Did you just Jedi mind trick?
Oh okay. God.
I just Gave her something to think about.
So real.
Here's my last question.
Sorry, go.
No, you're good. I'm watching you
This
go
is my
through this,
superpower.
and I'm like, what did you? We're gonna have a talk about how you treat our guests.
And I did it with a smile. Thank you. Thank you.
He's
Heather.
always. Let's say that a new IP comes out that's perfect for you, right? But in order for this to exist, we have to get rid of another IP, and whichever IP you replace it with, that's how big it gets.
Star Wars. Bye. Too easy. Next question.
Done.
My answer was gonna be Harry Potter. So
Yeah, I'm going
That's
with Harry
so
Potter.
much better. I'm sorry. I spoke too
No, that's
quick.
perfect. That was so quick.
And here is the clip that's going to
Steph
be
Curry
used
with
for
this
the...
shot. Oh my god. You got anything on the board?
You took my answer with Harry Potter, but shoot.
Yeah.
I'll give you Harry Potter, and I got another one in mind.
Oh, okay. I got one that was gonna make a lot of people mad.
Oh, well,
Yay,
okay,
do
let's
that.
hear it. Let's hear it.
I was gonna say DC Comics.
Yo, what's the problem? An inferior comic. That's
He loves
fine.
Superman though. He's so mad.
Like, I agree with like 98% of it, but there's like 2% that I'm just like, can we give it to Marvel?
Okay, we can give
Superman
the
to Marvel on the way
that
out?
you like to Marvel, and let them handle them because they'll handle them right. The rest of DC can get thrown in the trash for this new IP.
Throw the whole thing away, except for you get to save. You get to save 3 things from DC. What do you save?
I'm saving Superman.
I get veto of one of them for no reason.
I'm saving Flash.
Okay.
And I'm saving Constantine.
All right, I'm throwing
Flash
Flashback. I'm sorry. Threw the whole fast boy away.
I'm seeing him running, just both of y'all hands like, no.
Yup.
Do the mom grab? Just no.
Teen Titans Rescue Bird. I gotta say, look, I gotta save Superman because Superman in the Marvel universe
Makes more sense.
fundamentally changes the character because Superman is what I believe level 20 stories should be. Everybody goes, he can't write a good Superman story because he can do everything. Well, good Superman stories isn't about what he can or can't do. It's about what he should do. And you put that in the world of Marvel where the world has consequences.
Yes.
And it becomes a different story altogether. You've got Professor Xavier saying mutants should fucking assimilate into humanity. You got Magneto that's saying they're the superior and we don't need humanity any longer. And then you've got the superior individual in the middle. How does he resolve this?
But my struggle here is Superman's like individual actions will never be as powerful as if he walked himself into a fucking treadmill and generated electricity, like free energy for the world. Like, yes, you stopped a mugging. Who gives a shit? Why don't you provide free energy so like more people can like increase their quality of life and don't need to turn to a life of crime because want is a problem? Superman, if he leveraged, like if he gave up his individual like volition and did the truly heroic thing of like actually dedicating his life to improving the world, you would never see his ass again because he would have to use all of his powers to like improve the quality of life for billions of people instead of like, I don't know, punching a guy. And that's my struggle with Superman.
And I love Marvel because Marvel sits down and has that conversation.
Yeah.
I can't remember, but there is a comic book where Storm is just like, I could probably single-handedly end world hunger.
This though, yeah, you have got to deal, like, this goes back to like us talking about the level 20 problem of like, your level 20 like spells should be able to like fundamentally improve the world, not just punch a fucking god in the dick. Like, this is why level 20 stuff is so fun, and I'm glad we like came back around to it.
Oh, hell yeah. Like, it's almost like we planned it, but we did not.
No, we super planned it. The writers on this show are amazing.
Dope. But like Storm's reasoning for like not ending world hunger the way that she could is, what happens when I'm gone?
Yeah.
What happens if I feed one country before the other country? What happens? Like, she breaks it down and she goes, leaving nature as it is what I have to do.
Yeah.
Because no matter which way I try and influence it, I become the linchpin in it, and that throws everything out of balance. And you know, Marvel is wonderful in the sense that like not all of their characters get together at all times, but so when you get really interesting pairings, it's just something else. Like Storm and Thor had a conversation. It just them having a conversation in general is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And just comparing their lightning and talking about racism. Like, it's just Marvel goes there.
Exactly.
And so yeah, I'm okay with 98% of DC getting yeeted into the sun. I'm okay with y'all smuggling.
We'll smuggle 2 of your faves. We will send Superman in a pod as a baby.
Yeah.
To the non-podcast Marvel universe.
Then he becomes Hyperion, and he's already fine.
Jesus Christ.
I'm just imagining the scene from Office Space with the copier, but with the Flash and y'all.
Yeah. Sorry, Flash. Sorry, buddy.
All right, Grant Gustin.
Oh yeah, personal apologies to friends of the show, Grant Gustin. Loves it. Not trying to
he's gonna be on the show next week, but not really at all.
Oh my god.
Oh man. And a full disclosure, my reason for nixing Star Wars is because the thing that would be the perfect IP for me is another like very sweeping space opera. But like, I want to build it up and do it right and not name things dumb things. Like, and really just
like
to perpetuate the like. It's just for that. Just, you know what? I will burn this, like, I will Thanos snap this IP out of existence because you named the music Jizz. That's it.
Do you know how upsetting to me that like the lightsaber is such a dope weapon? Lightsabers are, I believe, 90% responsible for Star Wars being where it is.
Yeah, 100%.
Everything about the lightsaber is just, it's perfect. Like the way it looks, the way it sounds, it's just, oh, it's a Bree. Hey, Bree.
Yeah.
We love you, Bree.
I love you.
Hey, look, I'm wearing your shirt.
I love this shirt so much. Yeah, drop that merch link.
Yes, Bree, you're a VIP, so you can drop that link in the chat.
Yeah, 100%. We will keep laser swords. We'll yeet everything else, and we'll build something that's not about like one family's thing. And John Boyega can come back, and we'll do a good job with him.
Y'all got me thinking, like, if I could mix and match shit from different IPs.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
There's the link in the chat. The only thing that I love about John Boyega being in Star Wars is the fact that now he gives exactly the amount of fucks that Carrie Fisher gives. Or gave.
Yo.
He's
Every
the new
generation must
Carrie
have
Fisher.
a
Carrie Fisher. He just doesn't give a fuck.
Yo!
Yeah.
Every generation must have one.
Yes.
She passed it on.
She passed on the lack of
gift.
fucks to give.
Yes.
The middle fingers into the air.
Like, I'll never forgive George Lucas for saying there's no underwear in space. Like, I'll
Wait,
never
what?
forgive him. You didn't hear? Oh, wow.
Who hurt George Lucas? Why is he like this?
So you know in the movies how Leia does he have a yeah.
I stand by my snap so hard. Fuck Star Wars. It's wild. That's just wild.
I mean, like, I think I would have been. This is just me. I know people are scummy. I just would prefer if they were honest about it.
Yeah.
Like George Lucas, why doesn't Princess Leia have a bra on? Because titties sell shit.
Yeah. If he said that, I'd be like, you're right.
You're right. Like, I can't be mad at that. You right.
Yeah, but there's no underwear.
There's no underwear space. No underwear jizz music. George Lucas wrote that shit at 15.
Yo, yeah, he's got a lot of like the Fifth Element vibes. Sixth Element. I don't remember what the name of the movie is. Six.
Wait, Fifth Element. Wait,
yeah.
Is it the Fifth
What
Element?
are numbers? It's
There are 4 elements. The 5th one is.
Oh, I was getting.
My
elements
brain got
confused.
lost because I could only think of Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm like, there's only 3 elements.
I was getting confused because I was mixing up elements and senses. I was just like, wait, no, it's the 6th sense. Oh, wait, it's the 5th element.
You ever just not know things sometimes?
It's true.
Yeah, right there. I'm not leaving you alone. We got this.
Thank you. Sometimes you just not know stuff on a Saturday.
It's true. It is.
I
Also-
believe the movie is.
Latia, shut up.
You see how judgmental she is? Won't invite me to
Well,
my
I mean-
goddamn betrayal.
I mean, Latia is the second
Okay.
coming of Christ, so like.
Yeah. Jesus comes here to save, not to judge. Fuck off.
Latia died for our sins.
And I have so many sins,
Oh,
like counting.
I feel so bad when the racists try to put Latia through the trial by crying.
I laugh at the racists like, ooh, you're in trouble. You need some
Y'all
help.
don't even know how you fucked up. Because you know, like, and look, it's gonna be a real Latia. Oh my God, all A's. Wait, hold on. Time out. I need to go through this. Tanya,
Yep.
Omega.
Yep. Christina.
Okay, Gabe is out, but nobody. Nobody's gonna fuck with Gabe. Gabe is too goddamn pretty. Even the racists be like,
He's kind of cute though.
damn, he's
Yeah.
cute though. So Gabe is safe.
Yep.
So Taya, Omega, Latia, oh my God.
Enigma.
Enigma and Latia. We're all on the chopping block.
We're
Okay,
about to go
so
through
$20 betting pool. Who's up next?
My money's on you still. I think
that.
Latia after you for sure.
Latia, a
What's
squat.
Oh God, what's the rap lyric that's like, if you ever see me like out in the in the woods with a grizzly bear, help the bear because that bitch gonna need it. Like, it's gonna be good.
I'm laughing, but I'm also crying.
Crying because it's true.
Yeah, right.
Yo, I don't think it's just limited to race, because these motherfuckers hate Marisha.
It's just the
because you got an A
unnames.
at the
Oh
end.
God, I'm done.
It's
If you have an A at the end of your name,
Yep.
they will come for you. My name is mostly the letter A. So fuck it. Rip.
As someone whose name is not quite, but pretty close to mostly the letter A.
Yeah, you're screwed
Yeah.
too. gonna be great.
Yo, I didn't know how real the Marisha hate was until like I looked. These motherfuckers, I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
These
I don't
raggedy
understand
bastards are
it.
just out in these, like, what? Who fucking hurt y'all dum-dums? I can't.
I don't
It is
know why.
wild.
I don't know. And it's not just dudes.
It's
I don't
so
understand.
unnecessary.
It's like if,
Thanks, Latia.
what's the word I want? Misogyny is internalized. That's it.
It's almost like women are also trained to hate each other as well as themselves.
Exactly.
I'm
That
not
whole like I'm not like other girls shit.
Oh,
That
yeah.
raggedy ass like Uncle Tom but for bitches shit. I hate it. Fuck. I'm not like other like fuck you.
like,
Everyone is a special unique snowflake, but you needing to prove this to dudes for what? Like fake ass clout because you think that you're special? Like, nah, dummy, they're coming for you next because you're not that special because that's not how the fucking system works. But go off.
like
White
a
women
lot
that
of
voted for Trump. I'm
Oh.
sorry. You're still a part of the problem. And when they run out of black people to yell at and
Hello.
other marginalized communities, they're coming for your raggedy ass. But enjoy what you think is the king of the shit pile.
get them.
I'm
I'm not like
other
other girls. Fuck that. We're all goblins.
I'm a gremlin. There's a distinction, Latia.
Like a lot of the complaints I've seen from these people about Marisha is the character. Like,
Yeah.
like I was just like but
That's the character.
that's the character. Like when I came in, like I'm not even gonna lie, like when I was introduced to Critical Role, like I was introduced by when I really sat down with it, the person that really like helped me out with it, and not you, Latia, but was one of the people. No, Latia also helped me through it because
Nope.
I was just like
Under the bus already. Next.
Well, here's how Latia helped me. There are some episodes early on where I was just like, I can't watch because this dude is the worst. It'll
The sorceress paid me once again.
And Latia was just like, here's how we skip that. So I was like, I appreciate that. But the other person that got me in hated Risha. And I was just like, okay, let me see what you're talking about. And I was like, yeah, you know what? She is kind of annoying. And then I was just like, wait, I started watching stuff with Marisha out of the game. And I'm like, oh, that's not Marisha. That's the character that we're annoyed with.
Yeah, right.
then-
God forbid you feel strongly about a character. You're like, you keep fucking up. Like, yeah, that's great.
And then you watch as the series unfolds and the character gets better.
An arc. A fucking arc.
How dare.
Have you read The Magicians or watched the TV show?
Yeah.
Watched a little bit of the TV show.
Yeah.
Quentin as a character is fucking insufferable. And no one complains about how raggedy his ass is the entire book series and half the show. Because he's a dude. So we can't, like, apparently we can't just, like, let a character have an interesting arc and, like, titties. Because that's confusing.
Oh no, Marisha's a woman.
I
Oh
hate
no,
it.
Marisha's taking notes. Oh no, Marisha is the girlfriend / wife of Matt. Oh no,
That's
Marisha's
right
a fucking
too.
person.
She's taking notes. Like, do you understand?
Yo.
I would tuck her into bed every night if she was my player. Like, I love you. Thank you for remembering, because none of these other raggedy bastards will. And you're my special girl that knows what's happening. And I'm so
Wait.
proud of you.
Did people give her beef because she was taking notes?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
This is the point of the show where you make it make sense.
Yeah. You can't. And all of that shit popped off for like the third or fourth time in the middle of Pirates of Leviathan like being out too. So we were all kind of sitting there in the group chat like, what? We wouldn't have figured out what the fuck Brennan was doing if Marisha hadn't been like, oh, hold on, I have notes of this. We're like, thank you for putting it together. Like, no, I have not seen a show where that like the experience is ruined by Marisha's like excellent fucking note-taking and deductive reasoning, nor have I been like it markedly improved the game I played in and the game I watched. So I don't understand how anyone has anything to say other than the thing that we started off this show with is people need to have some like something to say. And it's just
But
deeply
that's-
irrespective of fucking logic
But
or
that doesn't
like
make
value.
any fucking sense. Why is there a Rook and Raven? Because motherfuckers take notes during the game. It's the
Yeah.
how are we
deal?
It's
how do we give her shit about
I think it was
this?
also that, and it was they had started to put together a bunch of plot threads all at the same time, and Marisha was literally stopping the game and going through notes, and a lot of the people were like, how dare she interrupt gameplay to get excited and find out these notes that she had taken meticulously over the course of 100+ episodes. How dare you, sir?
That is
How dare,
fucking
ma'am.
gameplay. That is gameplay.
That is.
That's gameplay,
That is
you
the
dum
core of
dums.
Dungeons and Dragons, is when you
That's
realize
how that works.
those plot threads are, oh shit, this whole thing is motherfucking connected.
Yeah. Fuck. So dumb.
I look, I heard a lot about why people don't like Marisha. I did not hear this note thing. And if that isn't the official side of look,
And also the character took notes, not just the player, because that's actually part of Bo's character is she takes notes.
Part of the merch that they sell is the
Exactly.
journal from the Cobalt Soul, which is a monk order that is about record keeping and being a librarian.
Thank you.
And it's a
My
custom subclass that Matt made for Marisha, maybe leaning onto Marisha's strengths as a player.
Yeah. Oh, look, I'm a good enough DM to see, like, here's the fun that you have. Here's a whole part of the game that's you do the fun thing that you love. And then people watching feel like they have any right to say any shit. And it's just so
It doesn't
fuck.
make
Liam, when you show up to come collect your ass whooping, bring Marisha and we'll hang out.
Bring Marisha so I can apologize to her for the dumb shit she got to
We'll give her some
experience
snacks,
online.
a shirt with no sleeves, and our gratitude.
Yes.
I think I got some toaster strudels. I'll give her a toaster
some
strudels,
toaster
and you
strudels.
catching hands, Liam O'Brien.
And on that note, I think that's about as good a place as any to call it today. Because we've been at this for 4 hours.
Oh,
that's
shoot.
fair.
Oopsie.
That's good.
Yeah,
We're
time
all
flies
good.
when you're having fun. Also,
100%.
nobody tell Liam O'Brien I'm talking shit.
Oh man, I'm definitely.
There
tuning
are
in.
already clips on the of like previous episodes.
Oops.
Oops. All clips.
Why are you like this, Anita?
Because
it's
I am
funny.
a gremlin. I am an agent
So
of
who's
chaos.
going through all this and clipping the hard calling out Liam and then sending all of it?
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah.
Tell him.
Game that's been running over 2 years now. One of your players takes notes and submits 2-page summary before the next session. That's amazing! Why? Why would you get mad at that? People are invested. But
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Latia, I don't
Real
like that
positive.
face. Look, I believe that most people in this chat can't get Liam to see what's going on. I
chat.
know you can, so you need to chill out.
We're gonna call it here. We're gonna go on a raid. I'm seeing
Ooh,
that
who we
3 Black
raiding?
Halflings is online, so let's raid into them.
Yay!
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, we are TB Halflings. So we are going to raid into 3 Black Halflings. We are going to go spread some love over that direction, but Aabria, thank you so much for joining us. This has been amazing. This
has
such
been
a
fantastic.
lovely time talking with you today.
This is so fun. Thank you for having me.
Oh wait, I gotta cancel the raid real quick because we should probably do outros, like who we are, where people can find us, that sort of thing.
Right, whatever.
We don't do intros. We don't do outros. Hi.
You just happen.
Yeah. Hi, I'll start with Aabria. Tell us a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you can find you on the internet, what you do.
Hello. I am Aabria Iyengar. You can follow me on social media at Quiddie, Quiddie, which is a very bad Harry Potter joke from a long time ago. So I'm fine with you destroying Harry Potter from the universe. So that my name just means nothing and is just a weird word that I am known as. I stream and write and develop TTRPGs. Currently, you can catch me on Mondays on D&D's Twitch channel at 1 o'clock with Chaos Initiative, playing Rime of the Frost Maiden, where I play an owlbear that got polymorphed into a Goliath named Bursa Beast Eye. which is super good and fun. Sorry, all my times are Pacific. Tuesdays, we are gearing up for the return of Salt Bay. I think we've officially like leaked the name. So it's gonna be Salt Bay Court of Thorns. And we'll be doing like a very cool premiere for that soon. So keep an eye out on socials for that. On Fridays, you can catch me over on Pixel Circus with Failed Save, which is a very fun and very funny D&D actual play with just a bunch of homies. It's so good and fun. I have a Avatar: The Last Airbender podcast called Storybenders that gets released every Monday. It doesn't, because I'm very lazy and I forgot to bank more episodes, and then I got tired and forgot to do more. So that'll be coming back soon. It's still around. I just forgot. And what else is there? Oh, January 30th, you can catch part 2 of A Day of Remembrance, which is DM'd by B. Dave Walters. It's a one-shot over on Patrick Rothfuss's channel for World Builders, and it features myself, Pat, Anna Prosser, Brendan Lee Mulligan, and Sage Ryan and Taliesin Jaffe, all playing level 20 nonsense characters, doing big cool things in the world. And I got like 3 things already I can talk about. So there's some very cool announcements coming up very soon. I'm super excited.
Check the socials.
Gonna get a little hug soon.
Yes. Noir.
Okay, I'll go next.
Or, do you want me to go next? Because I can.
I go next. It's okay. We're professionals.
No, you know what? I will go next.
No, it's too late.
Yeah.
I've already warmed up. I started doing vocal exercises.
I'll go again. I swear I will. Hi, I'm Aabria Iyengar. You can catch me on social media.
Hi, I'm Noir. We just all gonna go at the same time.
Hi, Manita. You can find me on.
Hi, I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube.
I love Lamp.
All right, here we go. Hello, everybody. I'm Noir. You can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as The Noir Enigma. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram as Noir Enigma. Later today at 4 p.m. Central on my Twitch channel, The Noir Enigma, you can join us for the Lonely Thrones Q&A. Our mini campaign has finished. And we are going to make a perpetual campaign based on the mini campaign that finished. And we have some big news that we'll be sharing with everyone at the Q&A. So 4 p.m. Central, come to my channel, check it out. Tomorrow at 2 p.m., join us over on the Cobalt Press channel for Into the Southlands. I am GMing their Southlands campaign that they just finished their Kickstarter for. So that's awesome. You can join me and Anita there. That'll be a good time. On Monday, I can't talk about that. Tuesday, you can find me over on LF Film Network for Degrees of Madness, where me and the puppet team from Perception Studios all play a game of Call of Cthulhu together. So it's like Avenue Q meets Call of Cthulhu. So it's a good time. On Tuesday evening, you can catch me right here on Critical Misses, where I GM Magpie's mask game for my campaign. Nope, not Trouble in Second City Saviors. On Wednesdays, you can catch me over on Black Cats Gaming, where we're doing Hex Protocol, which is the spy game, and I'm playing with the creator of the spy game, Sam Webb, and the wonderful Susanna Grace. So hop on over and check that out. On Wednesday evenings, you can catch me over on TPK Roleplay, where I play in their Call of Cthulhu game. On Thursdays, what do I do Thursdays? Right, Thursdays was the day for the Lonely Thrones game, but we'll talk about that later. Thursday evening, I think that's when I sleep. Friday, you can catch me over on Chromatic Chimera, where I am in their Zyhander. Thursdays. Aha, I remember because of that.
Hey.
I don't sleep on Thursdays. On Thursdays, you can catch me over on Unmade Gaming, where we're doing our Expanse game, The Entanglement. So please check that out. That's a good time. On Fridays, you can catch me over on Chromatic Chimera for our Zyhander game Bloody Portrait. Saturday mornings, you can catch us right here for Morning Ritual. Next week, our guest is the one and the only Honey. So please give that a look.
Yeah.
Honey and Dice. And that is everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hi.
Nailed it.
I remember those days.
Hi, I'm Anita, or Panita, or Critical Misses. You can find me here most times. You can find me here on Tuesdays for Second City Saviors. You can find me here on Wednesdays where we play Vampire the Masquerade Under the Pale Cold Sun. We can find me behind the scenes on Thursdays for our Cypher System Sentai game. And on Fridays, you can find me behind the scenes or in chat for our Zyhander game, Beyond the Twilight Road. Saturdays, Morning Ritual. Sundays is Into the Southlands, where I play the Raven Folk artificer named Moonshine the Magnificent, the curator and owner of Moonshine's magical marketplace of cryptic curiosities. Yes. Yeah, that's where you can find me at all times in all places. But yeah, we're gonna go on a raid. We're gonna go say hi to 3 Black Halflings.
And really quick before that,
what?
Because we're both awful at this. Both me and Critical Misses have merch stores. So if you're interested, take a look in the about section of the Noir Enigma or the about section of Critical Misses. We have merch stores. So buy stuff so we can eat. That's it.
Yes.
So yeah.
And also check out Dice Envy.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Check
I
out
also
Dice
do
Envy.
that.
I got us all covered. We all failed at selling our stuff. I got
my
us.
stuff.
Yep. But yeah, it's been an absolute blast having you in, Aabria. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
thank you all for hanging out in chat. We love you all very much. And until next time, the ritual has concluded. Bye, everybody.